How about this for a night, Cappy? So we're going to Sonora Town Tacos, which is right down the street here.
Beautiful.
It's supposed to be really, really good. We're going to do that. Then we're going to come back here. We're going to go ice skating in LA Live Plaza.
You know what? What a romantic you are.
Look at this.
The tree is now up in the courtyard, beginning to feel a lot like Christmas. You know?
Yeah. And then we're going to do that. And then we're going to go to the Kings game. Dude, that's quite the night.
You going to drop the puck?
The puck? Yeah.
It's a good question. It's a legit question.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on the air.
The biggest show in ESPN LA history.
A little sabor?
Yeah, I don't think people like being called hacks.
You're the güero on the radio.
Giant Mexican, horn section. And
Did you have me on your show to berate me? Is that what you're doing now?
The other thing coming out of the YouTube chat as well, a lot of people asking if Clinton Yates' sweater is itchy.
You know the answer to this. Everybody knows the answer to this. Ask your mama. That's all I got to say.
Ev, are you a Mac guy or a Windows guy?
Windows guy. Now, here's how you make these decisions in life. Whatever the free computer is whatever you are. Very simple.
I understand.
We've been doing Kim Commando here for the last 15 minutes.
Well, I mean, you have other places to talk sports. This is not the place to talk sports.
Scott Kaplan, eat a fat one, bro.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on 710 ESPN.
The all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
We're bigger than U.S. Steel.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, you want to woo-woo? Bit boy.
Right now.
Monstrous.
Beto, I don't want to eat that. We did it, Dad. We did it.
You were riding high on the stinger last time.
Oh, big time. So, what do I get? You get to see Morales, in a G-string.
Ask your mama.
7:02 and 40 seconds. I had something planned to say here, but we had breaking news in the middle of the night, apparently.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cappy, did you wake up and get cut from the team?
I did not, although that wouldn't surprise me necessarily, because that's how you do a veteran. That's how you do somebody that you brought back to your team. That's
pretty
somebody
terrible.
that you do that's supposed to be, a pro's pro.
And it's now the second time they've done something similar to that. I mean, it's not apples to apples, but they traded Blake Griffin after doing the whole presentation a few months earlier about they were going to put his jersey in the rafters. It's just a bad look.
So why'd they do it? What happened, George?
Well, they're terrible, and
There's one.
But
they feel like they need to make a big move, and because of that, they are going to try to aggregate salaries to use in some sort of trade, and they're going to canvass the entire league in that scenario. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's not a big trade, it's not, Chris Paul's salary is nothing. It's, a couple $1 million, but I wouldn't be surprised if they move major pieces.
But wait a second. You're saying that the Clippers are going to attempt to trade Chris Paul. That's what you're saying, right?
Well, they're going to attempt to make a bigger trade that Chris Paul will probably be a part of.
Okay, right. But just in the end, he's going to be traded by the
Clippers.
Clippers.
No, we don't know that. We don't.
Okay, you're guessing here that he's going to be traded by the Clippers, right?
I think the Clippers, I feel like I was pretty clear the first time, Cappy. I feel like the Clippers are going to try to make a big move, and they need as many salaries as possible. So in that scenario, they will attempt to utilize Chris Paul's salary. However, I don't know how successful they will be at any of those things.
So there's going to be big contracts that you're saying are going to be in. Is that, like Kawhi?
I mean, if they're going to make
Harden?
a big splash, they would have to. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So listen, I understand, and you were clear, and I got what you said, smartass, early this morning, okay? But hold on. Pain in my balls, this guy.
Listen,
whoa,
why?
We just told you yesterday, probably not the right word.
Just stop saying the B word?
It's not a bad word.
By the way,
it's not great. The kids are listening.
Sedano, what we have to ask at this moment, is CP3 for real, frisky, or a fraud?
You only wish you would come up with new ideas like that.
Well, let me tell you something, Cappy. I jumped into the Cappy cast for a few minutes just to see what was going on.
Yeah,
Did
what
you
was
not
happening?
notice?
No, I didn't see you.
Yeah, I was in there.
You guys
And I
should
noticed
spell
that.
Herbert
First of
correctly
all,
next time.
I
Did
noticed
somebody misspell something on the.
Yeah.
By the
They
way,
did. Herbert was misspelled.
Hey, by the way,
Yeah.
Chris, don't
Yeah.
criticize other people when your team, led by you, makes similar mistakes. Like when you put up the misspelling of partners on the air.
Did I?
So please, you see, you're starting fights. You do this all the time. You pick fights with people. I'll give you an example. Yesterday, what you said about Marty McSorley on the air with Mason and Ireland
And Luke Robitaille.
He's going to come into this studio
And Luke Robitaille.
and kick your ass.
He's
Oh, my
really-
God.
You are messing with the wrong dude.
I'm not concerned, Cappy.
Yeah, Chris, so it's so funny, Cappy, you mentioned that. Last night,
Marty
I had a
McSorley
dream.
keeps avoiding coming in, so he's scared.
Wait,
No,
hold
you
on.
know what?
Hold on. Let me tell you about this hilarious dream I had because I
Were you taking
Is it
someone to
what-
the airport?
No.
Is it
I had a
McSorley?
dream that Chris wanted to fight everyone.
Oh, he does want to fight everyone.
That wasn't a dream.
And no, that's
why we had that sign.
No, but like
Actually, to be honest, I've come back from the Thanksgiving holiday very calm. So
no, I get that, but I guess it is like just a play on words in my mind because you do want to fight with people, not physically, but in this case, in my dream, you wanted to fight people physically.
Oh no.
And I was like,
Just Marty McSorley.
wait,
You're making a huge mistake
So
with
you
this
were
one.
like really angry, like you were trying to like punch people out, and I'm like, Chris, I don't want to fight you, and you were buckling up, bro, and I was like, yo, and then so you're like punching at me, and I'm like dodging and weaving you, and I'm like,
I
yo,
would never
bro.
fight you, Sedano.
So wait, and then all of a sudden, this is the best part. So I'm dodging and weaving you, and you're running out of gas quick. And then as you were running out of gas, Marty McSorley pops in my dream.
That's
And
amazing.
Wearing a members only jacket?
And it says, no, he was in his LA Kings jersey.
Was he looking
And
kind of
he
rough?
goes, wait. And he goes to me, now that he's tired, take his shirt and wrap it over his head and then kick his ass.
Oh, my God.
So I wrapped your shirt around your head, but I didn't want to kick your ass, so I just pushed you to the ground softly
that
so
was
you would
sweet.
stay there.
That was
and
nice.
and then I woke up, so I don't know what else happened after that, if Marty kicked your ass or not. But Marty told me to wrap your shirt over your head.
Was the Rocky IV soundtrack playing in the background in this dream? Because
It
there's
was
no
funny
easy
though.
way out.
You were like so angry, and you were like you wanted to fight people, and I was trying to calm you down, and you're like, "You want to fight too?" I'm like, "No, Chris, I don't want to fight you." And you were like swinging at me, so I was like, "Whoa!" And just dodging and weaving, moving my head around.
You didn't think at some point you should just knock him out, put him to sleep?
When Marty finally
No,
has the
I didn't want to hit him, so I was like just literally dodging and weaving, kind of like I'm doing here. I was just like,
When Marty finally has the guts to come in, here's how I'm going to open it up. Marty, you should thank me. There hasn't been this much Marty McSorley talk in the city of Los Angeles
Since the 90s.
Since 1993, sucker, when you had a curved stick.
I'm just telling you right now.
It was
you're messing with
hilarious
the
though
wrong
to
guy.
wake up to that dream at this morning at like 5:45. Like I literally woke up and I was like, "What?" And I kind of started laughing. Like it was funny.
Did you also catch the part, Cappy, when I asked Luke Robitaille how much he thinks Mike Altieri spends in hair product?
Yes, I did catch a little bit of that as well. Mike Altieri spends a lot of money in hair
Mike
products. There's
Altieri
no
is
doubt.
the senior VP of the Kings for everybody
Yes.
listening. By the way, Bergie, last night when you and Mean Gene were out at the Christmas tree at LA Live, ice skating. We'll get to that in a moment about your ice skating skills. Did you see Luke Robitaille light the tree?
Yep, saw them light the tree, and Drew Doughty was there too.
Oh.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Nice, very nice, lovely. Yeah, Chris, you're picking fights with the wrong dudes. I'm telling you, man.
not
This
concerned.
Marty McSorley thing is just. And here's why though. This is what I hear from Luke Robitaille.
I think he's going to guilt trip you.
No, he is. That's the plan.
Me?
No,
No,
Luke.
no, Luke.
Oh,
yeah.
oh, you know why? Because I think what I hear Luke saying is, I think I hear him saying, "Hey, bro, like when he retired
You
from
mean,
hockey,
hey, man.
things didn't go great for him. Like that's what I hear
Well,
Luke
I feel
trying
bad
to
if
say.
that's the case, but here's my point.
Yeah.
And this is on Mike Altieri. If you're going to have a legend like Marty McSorley bang the drum, take him to the Team LA store. Put him in some new gear. Don't let him out there in a 1987 members-only jacket and a 1991 ripped polo.
I think I'm with Cappy on this. He keeps the way that Luke
Yeah.
keeps saying he kind of had a rough end of
Right.
his career.
And I'll give him a
he's
couple
not
$100
doing
for lunch.
great.
I don't know what to tell you.
So when
Meanwhile,
when
let me
Chris
tell you this
said-
real quick. Maybe Marty could come to this. We can feed him. It's a Rams watch party with a massive
Jesus.
prize. Join ESPN LA on Thursday, December 18th at Kelsey's inside Pechanga Resort Casino. It's free to join. Head to ESPNLA.com and sign up to save your spot. And here's the thing. You could win, if you have to be in person there at the Pechanga, a chance to play in Sua Craven's foursome at Pechanga.
Sua.
Oh, Sua! Sue and I were texting at 5 a.m. this morning. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, the official California gaming and casino partner of the Los Angeles Rams.
But yesterday, when Luke Robitaille came on to Mason in Ireland, and you specifically said to Luke, have you told Marty that he looked like he woke up under a bridge or something like that?
Luke did chuckle.
Yeah, but I'm telling you right now, I'm hearing it a little differently than you're hearing it, and I'm hearing it like this.
I'll pull the tape.
Luke is saying, like, geez, I don't know that he's the right guy to be messing with because, man, things maybe didn't go so great in his life for him.
Right,
Like,
so
I'm
he
not
has
so
nothing to
sure.
lose to kick your ass.
Well,
So do you
right,
think
I'm not-
it's like when DeAndre played the Eagles fight song with DeMarco? Is it going to be like that?
It could, but
I feel like it's more like maybe he almost died.
Oh,
Like,
well, then
it just seemed like there's like
we're
something.
cardiac brothers.
There's something that needs to be uncovered there, I feel like. Right, Cappy? Is that where you're getting at?
I
Like,
guess what I'm saying is,
Well,
like,
we still don't know what Cappy's getting at because it's been 4 minutes.
That's true.
I mean, at least we're not doing computer talk today, though. At least it is sports adjacent.
Well, adjacent is right.
Did you call me frisky or a fraud, Cappy?
I would call you frisky.
Okay,
I would
thank you.
call you frisky, not for real. So,
Now-
so for people that don't know what's going on here, Chris obviously loves to pick fights with everybody.
Actually, no, this is Sedano. Are you going to be honest about this one?
Well, no, I jumped in. I was going to start to. It was not has nothing to do with being honest. I was going to tell the truth, of course.
Yeah, tell the truth.
So I jumped into the Cappy Cast. I was like, hey, I want to watch the Cappy Cast. You know what I'm saying?
We'd love to have you back on.
Well, I haven't. It's been a minute, and
Guys love you.
I didn't have anywhere to be. I was like, okay, I got a little while. I got some stuff I need to do in the office, and while I'm doing this stuff in the office, I had to do some expense reports and stuff. I'm like, I'll just throw on the Cappy Cast.
Nice,
right?
Thank you.
And then later on, there was a video posted by one of our P1s where your guys
I didn't see this part. Yeah, I only watched the first few minutes.
Who's that? Who came after you?
What's his name? Browner?
Yeah, Browner.
Yeah, that
Wait,
that was
so hold
posted.
on.
Still talks about you?
Yeah.
Let me finish. So let me finish. So I saw, and then I noticed Herbert was misspelled.
Oh, I didn't
And then
notice
I
that.
saw the whole frisky fraud or for real thing. But then what really stood out to me was your title had you called LeBron shameless for something, and I'm like, wait, where was that take when we needed it this morning? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you saving that for the Cappy Cast?
Well, I didn't. So here's the thing about these thumbnails and these headlines on YouTube. You got to try and play the YouTube game, right?
Right.
So when you and I don't write these headlines, but the person who does is playing the game, and he knows that if you use LeBron's name or, like, for example, we get a lot of engagement on, let's say, Charger content. When you put LeBron's name,
You probably should have
into-
spelled Herbert's name right then. If
Well, that probably would have helped. That would have helped.
How is it spelled?
Yeah, how is it
There's
spelled?
no
I don't know. I
second E.
sent it. I sent it to Chris because I wanted to have my thing was like, what is he
Yes,
doing
it is
holding back
misspelled.
LeBron takes?
Well, no,
It should
it
be
wasn't
hard
my
to
take.
misspell that, though.
It was their take. Their take was that LeBron was shameless for trying to just get to his double-digit points rather than actually helping the team win. Points were more important. But that's just playing the YouTube game, and I actually can appreciate that. But, yes, I can see that Justin Herbert's name was misspelled. But let's not make it seem like we don't make our fair share of errors. That we're
Oh, no,
gonna
we
point
make a
out
ton of
others.
mistakes
Yeah,
around here.
That we make that,
Yeah.
But, yeah, so then what happened, George? So you were watching, and then what
So I
happened?
was watching, and that was it. And then I text Chris. I'm like, hey, man, why is he holding back on LeBron?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, listen, if you hold back on LeBron, well, first of all, it wasn't my take, number one. But number two, if by chance I did come in here with that take, oh, my God, I'd get yelled at and screamed at.
So that'd be good radio.
Well, yes, I know, but I just don't like being harangued. You know what I mean? Especially when I'm not
Harangued?
necessarily passionate about that topic.
Oh, my God.
But I will
You
just
were
say
harangued.
this. I don't want to.
You've been harangued?
Yeah, I just don't feel like it right now. I'm coming off Thanksgiving. I'm feeling pretty good. You know what I mean? But I will just go back to the beginning of all of this, and you were clear, so let me just gain a little more clarity. What you said about Chris Paul, that, your guess is that they're
Yes.
going to try and, put some things together, Chris
Right,
Paul
and make
being
a deal.
small
Yeah.
piece of that. and making a deal. That's all fine. That makes basketball sense, especially when the Clippers are as bad as they've been. For all the talk about how the Clippers were going to be a championship competitor this year, Bradley Beal's hurt, and freaking Kawhi never plays, and they're bad, okay?
Well, he's played this year, and they're bad, which is the crazy part. He's like the only one that's good.
Yeah, but they've played 21 games so far, and check me on this. Hasn't he missed like 10? Or has he played in 10? So
I want to say he's played in more than that. I could be wrong.
He's at like half the games played. So you'll tell us if I'm right or I'm wrong here, but I think I'm pretty close. He's like played in like half the games, Kawhi. So my question is this, and this is what we didn't get the answer to, even though you were very clear. Why would you send Chris Paul home in the middle of the night? Like, why not just be respectful of his career?
Agreed. Yeah, no, we're in agreement there. Yeah, Kawhi's played 11 games. But yes, go ahead. So you're right. I'm with you. 100%. It's a terrible look.
That's what I'm trying to understand here is if you've got a guy who was a great player in your franchise history and you're bringing him home at the end of his career, and by the way, barely playing the guy, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Chris Paul's barely playing. He's not contributing anywhere near like he had contributed in previous iterations.
Even last year
places.
in San Antonio, right?
Right. So like in San Antonio last year, I think the number was
he played every game.
He played 82 games a year ago.
And he played fairly well, I would say, especially for a guy who was, in his late 30s,
So you're bringing him home, essentially, right, to the franchise where he became a star, where he made his mark on the franchise. And I grant you, it's different owners, it's different coaches, it's different players, it's different staff. I will grant you that. But why would you do him like this? Why would you humiliate him?
It's terrible.
Especially when you're a 5-16 team. Oh, and by the way, not only are you bad, but George, this is the same organization that had all of this offseason controversy about whether or not the owner was manipulating money with a company that he invested in to pay Kawhi Leonard to sit on the bench.
Correct.
They conned me. So what the hell would they do this to this kid for? And I say this kid, this is a grown man.
Right, kid to you. Yes.
This is not a 21-year-old kid or a 25-year-old kid. This is a grown-ass man who, by the way, has not only been a decorated player for your organization and has been a great ambassador for the league, hasn't he also been deeply involved in, like, player issues? And
oh, yeah, he was the president of the Players Association.
Right. So why,
they
if you're
called
the
him
Clippers,
a legendary Clipper in this statement to ESPN and, like, praised him.
Why would they do him this way?
I don't understand it. I mean, again, unless they've got something brewing, and even then, I still feel like, even if you did have something brewing, like, it would need to have been done this morning. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would need to have been all done in one felt swoop, where I would be like, okay, I mean, it's still dirty, but I kind of get it if they end up landing like some superstar and he's part of like this larger deal. But the fact that you do this in the hopes, because that's what it is, it's in the hopes of aggregating a salary here or there to make moves to upgrade the roster. And look, it didn't help that Kawhi the other day. Do we have the audio of Kawhi the other day saying that they need better talent on the team? Did you see that or no?
Didn't see it, but
we
here's
will
what I would
effort it
say.
in moments.
Here's what I would say.
Yeah. This was, this was over the weekend.
Here's what I'd say to Kawhi. Oh, you need better talent? Really? Here's a concept. How about if you play? Because then if you play, guess what the Clippers have? Better talent on the floor.
Yeah.
Because you've had 21 games so far this year, and you just said he played in 11 of them. Is that right?
Correct.
So, hey, Kawhi, you've literally missed 50% of your team's games. Why is that? And so when you say the team needs better talent, aren't you like a found piece of talent? You're like a new free agent acquisition every time you take the floor because you only play half the games. And you want better talent?
Yeah.
Play.
Here was the issue too. They went and they tripled down on older guys. Like, they were one of the oldest teams in the league last year, okay? But they tripled down on that. And the problem was, what they did was they did it with a guy in Bradley Beal, who, I like Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal, when healthy, is a good player. But the problem is, when healthy has become the last 4 or 5 years almost now. And he's not old. He's in his early 30s. So to me, it's a risk, probably worth taking, because he was let go from Phoenix. It's not like you paid a lot for Bradley Beal, so it was a low risk move. But you were banking on someone who has not been available when you already have a guy, to your point earlier, who is not always available. And then that means you're putting an even larger burden on a 36, 37-year-old James Harden, who, by the way, played really well last year, deserved to be an all-NBA type player last year. But you're kind of trying to squeeze the last, bit of juice out of the fruit there. You know what I'm saying? Like with those guys, with him particularly.
Getting rid of Norman Powell was a huge
Oh,
mistake.
my God, a huge mistake. And you got rid of him for nothing.
For nothing. And that was a guy that can go out, get you a bucket, had a ton of energy.
The guy's getting 25 a night.
Yeah, no, he's a great player. So they went by names. So Kawhi, Harden, John Collins is a name, Ivica Zubac, Bogdan Bogdanovic is a name. Derek
Right,
Jones
and John
Jr.
Collins,
name.
no offense to John Collins, I don't think he's even, he's probably been on a couple, but he's not like a guy who's been on a lot of winning teams.
No,
His team would have been fired like 7 years ago, right?
Yeah, you put this team together 7 years ago. The name value
Oh my God,
was amazing.
You're 100% right. If this team was 2018, they'd be the favorite to win the whole thing.
But I just can't figure out why. If a
You know
guy
why?
is, tell me. why.
Okay, but bigger picture to answer Greg's question. They felt, think about it last year, they were this close. They lost on what I would even call a fluky-ish kind of play, right? Their series against Denver turned on one of the most unprecedented plays we've ever seen in the history of the National Basketball
The Aaron
Association.
Gordon dunk, right?
With Aaron Gordon dunk flipping the series. They would have been up 3-1. Instead, it's 2-2 going back to Denver, and it changed the complexion of their entire season, okay, on one crazy play. So they felt like, hey, we did a great job last year. We won 50-plus games. We were this close to beating what we think is one of the best top two teams in the sport, and we need to now double down, triple down on old guys, veteran guys who want to win a championship. That works, Cappy and Greg and Lindsay, when you already have a championship culture, right? Mike Trudell and I talk about this a lot, over the years, where when you've won a championship, you usually want to add guys, like veteran guys who have not won a championship but are like really desperate to win a championship, and you add those guys into the mix because it's good for the locker room, right? Because when guys generally go like, oh man, the doldrums of the regular season, blah, 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 and they're like tired. These guys, these veteran guys who are thirsty to win a
they're
championship.
hungry, right.
They are like, no, bro, we got to keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? Like, they keep the locker room motivated. And the Clippers, they tried to do that kind of formula, except they didn't have guys that have won a championship for this team. You know what I'm saying? Like, Kawhi won a championship for San Antonio, surrounded by incredible talent. Kawhi literally willed the Raptors to a championship, which was a good team. That to me is his biggest feat, because they were a good team that couldn't get over the hump. He got them over the hump. However, he did get the benefit. And look, you won a championship. I'm not taking it away from you. But when you look back at those circumstances, I mean, KD got hurt right in the series. Clay got hurt in that series. So, yeah, like I just don't think, and you've said this a million times, Cappy, Kawhi is not the guy that can be the linchpin. He may be able to be your best actual player, but he can't be your leader linchpin kind of guy.
Nope. Doesn't have that kind of personality.
And I like James, but James, because James in the regular season, and I'll give that guy credit, man. He plays 82. You get your money's worth out of him. Yeah, he's had some struggles in the playoffs, but he's not a number one guy to win a championship. We've seen that. It has not played out even in his prime. So they made huge mistakes betting on older guys, thinking they were close, and it's completely backfired on them.
Yeah, listen, James Harden is a scorer. James Harden is not a championship leader. Okay? He's a great individual scorer, but he is not a put a team on his back, I will lead you to a championship caliber player. That's not his style. Okay? Right. Now, Kawhi Leonard, regardless of what his resume tells you, Kawhi Leonard is a great player, but Kawhi Leonard does not have a leadership personality. Right. And by the way, LeBron James has a leadership personality. Say what you want about LeBron, love him or hate him. LeBron has a leadership personality. Kawhi does not. And the worst part for Kawhi is that brother ain't ever available. Right. But I cannot believe what they have done to Chris Paul. What they have done to Chris Paul is just so unprofessional.
It's a terrible look.
Could it be maybe they did it on purpose? Kind of stick it to him?
Something had to have happened.
Right.
Well,
he
made
a comment.
They're in the middle of a road trip.
He made a comment. I'd have to look back and find it. But he made a comment recently about the team's struggles, and maybe that didn't sit well. But it's like, dude.
Maybe it was a Sicilian message.
You
know what I mean?
No.
Yeah, but a Hall of Famer says something, that's not going to get you sent home in the middle of the night.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. It's a weird deal over there
wrong.
right now.
Something seems wrong here.
And they're, by the way, they are very sensitive right now over there. Very sensitive, I'm hearing.
Yeah, you think about what?
Is that because you could get into a game for $2 on a ticket? 7:26. Good morning. The Sedano Kap Morning Show on a wacky Wednesday. We're going to talk more about CP3. By the way, a legend is lost in the city of Los Angeles. We'll get to that in a moment. And it is some CFP time, too. But I got to tell you about the big cat. Let's hit it. Felix Chevrolet, if you're watching on YouTube, you see me in my Felix Chevrolet Santa hat. I love it. Nikki D, the general manager, gave it to me, and he reminded me, hey, sucker, it's the end of the year coming up. You got to get rid of some coin. You want a new ride? And he said, even though you don't drive that much because you take the train, you should be in a Corvette. Cappy, you should be in a Corvette.
Well,
hey,
I think so.
Sam Batesh, he's going to come Friday on a Felix Friday with me to Felix Chevrolet and make sure he drive off. He's going to drive off in a brand new Equinox EV. You want a Traverse like my girlfriend Stephanie has? Traverse is an absolutely beautiful car. Maybe you need a Suburban, a Tahoe, or you want to step up and get that classic American race car, sports car, the Corvette. You go see Nikki D at Felix Chevrolet. They've been doing it since 1921, a landmark in the city of Los Angeles, across from USC. Just go in there, see the general manager, say, hey, Nikki D, I want to pet that big cat. And he's going to get you a new ride for 2026. FelixChevrolet.com. Felix Chevrolet, go see the general manager, Nikki D. The Sedano Kap Morning Show. We keep rolling on a wacky Wednesday in 3.5 minutes from right now.
Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner,
Avner Gatt, your trusted Los Angeles public adjuster. Call Avner directly at 818-917-5256 for help with your insurance claim.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Hey guys, Cappy here. Let's talk about something serious for just a minute. Picture this. You're on your usual drive to work. You're thinking about your day ahead, right? You walk into the office, you sit down at your desk, you power on your computer, but instead of your familiar desktop popping up, zippo, nothing. Your files are locked, your data's frozen, you've been hacked. For anyone who's ever lived through it, you know how stressful and expensive it can be. We're talking thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. And then there's the uphill battle of getting your cyber insurance claim actually paid. That's where my friend Avner Gatt and his team of public adjusters come in. You might know them from water damage claims, but they also handle cyber insurance. And if you're not sure that you're fully protected, or you're not sure if your insurance application was filled out correctly, don't wait until it's too late. Call Avner Gatt at 818-917-5256 today. That's 818-917-5256 for Avner Gatt.
Pechanga Resort Casino is rewarding you on another level. Bring in a rewards card from one of 16 Southern California casinos and access exclusive benefits with Pechanga's tier status match program. Qualified members can even win $25,000 club dollars. But hurry, this limited time offer ends December 31st and match statuses remain valid through January 31st, 2026. Open to new and existing Pechanga club members. Visit the club at Pechanga for more details. Must be 21 or older with valid ID.
Buenos dias.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Los Angeles International Airport's People Mover trains begin rolling early next year as part of LAX's ongoing investments to transform and improve your travel journey. The People Mover trains will quickly move guests between their terminals and our new consolidated rental car center, metro trains and buses, economy parking, and Kiss and Fly lot. The trains will make it simple and fast to get to your LAX destination in 10 minutes or less, and trains depart every 2 minutes beginning in early 2026. Learn more at lawa.org/ESPN.
Progressive presents Employee of the Month. Small Business Edition. Today's recipient from Michaela's Mobile Spa, Michaela! Michaela got a quick business insurance quote from Progressive and chose from over 30 customizable coverages. Sure, it helps she's her only employee and does literally everything. But while others would rest on their laurels, Michaela was hard at work saving big. So take that, hypothetical other employee who doesn't exist. Be your own Michaela. See if you could save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Coverage is not available in all states or for all vehicles and coverage selections.
Fellas, it's the season to shine, and not just from the holiday lights. Manscaped is here to keep you looking sharp for every holiday party, family photo, and mistletoe moment. The Lawnmower 5, groin and body trimmer, and the Chairman Plus face shaver deliver precision, comfort, and control worthy of Santa's nice list. I've been good and nice. Whether you're tidying up before a big night out or preparing for New Year's Eve, Manscaped has your back. And your face too, to be exact. So gift yourself with some grooming greatness this season, because looking good is the best gift of all. And now you can find Manscaped products at your local Walmart.
Hey, this is Rich Eisen. You're starting your day with the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA. Don't forget my show. The Rich Eisen Show is coming up this morning at 9 on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Now, back to the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
7:31. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a wacky Wednesday. How about a little will to power, Cappy? You like a little will to power?
Come on, give it to me. Here we go.
Your way, baby. Oh, I hit the post.
Yeah. What a song.
Because on this day in 1988, the number one hit, Will to Power. Baby, I love your way, Cappy. I mean, not your way, but you know.
Is this anybody else? Do they get credit, Will to Power? Is this their song?
Well, it's their version of it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I mean, it's the Peter Frampton stuff, but
Oh, Peter Frampton. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like the reggae version-ish.
Also,
I know
today
that, I know that one too.
Today is also Candle Day.
Candle Day. Ooh, we should light.
Did you
a
use
nice
some
candle.
candles last night, Bergie?
No need for the candle.
Meanwhile, before we get into fun and frivolity, we want to.
Oh, baby, I love your way.
For kids that grew up in my era and Greg Bergie's era, there was an LA legend that was lost last night. Elden Campbell passed away.
Yeah.
Number 41.
What did he pass away of?
Nobody really knows.
Yeah, everything.
57.
Everything I look up, it just says unknown or did not say.
And from the time that the Showtime era ended until Shaq and Kobe began, there's a lot of Elden Campbell, a lot of Nick Van Exel in Lakers
Eddie
games.
Jones.
Yeah, Eddie Jones. Elden Campbell, definitely a legend, and R.I.P., man.
That era
57,
of
dude.
that era of Laker basketball made me a Laker fan.
There you
Nick
go.
Van Exel was the reason that I became a Laker fan, and along with Elden Campbell and Dale Threed and all those guys that were on that team.
Yeah, man.
That's just
brutal.
though. The thing is, for me, because I'm getting close to 57. Gosh, that scares the hell out of me, man. I'm serious. Like, I know I don't mean to bring anybody
Why you got to
down.
make it back about you? It's about Elden
Well,
Campbell, man.
I'm making it about, like, life, When you hear about people that just drop dead in their 50s, that will scare the ever-living hell out of anybody who is anywhere nearby that same age, because most of us have this feeling of invincibility. We just, I'm living my life every day. Everything's fine. Everything's great. I'm healthy. Everything's good. And then all of a sudden you're like, hey, did you hear about Steve? No, what happened? Dropped dead of a heart attack. You're like, what? A young guy? Healthy guy?
Stress, man. Stress
Yeah.
is the biggest one. You know what I mean? It is.
Yeah.
It is what will. It causes inflammation. It hurts your heart. Like, you can't sweat the small stuff. I mean, we literally talk about it. We joke about it with Chris all the time, but it's the truth.
Hey, I got
That's
him a
why.
book.
Yeah, no, it's funny. Lindsay's book is number one on my reading list when we
Which
take
is
the
what?
2-week holiday break.
What's the book?
It's called Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, and it's all
Now,
small stuff.
Which version of it is? I mean,
It's
there's
just
like 10.
it's just the original OG
Okay.
version.
Yeah.
And it's not even like a book that you read by chapters.
No.
When I first got it as a gift, I would read like one or two of the, I don't want to say it improperly, anecdotes. Is that
Yeah.
the right word?
Mhm.
Anecdotes every day,
Antidote.
every other day. Not antidote, that's a different word. And they're just like little stories about like, oh, wow, I never really thought of it that way. That makes me rethink how
that
I
and
approach
sleep.
things.
Sleep are the two
Yes.
most important things. You sleep and not sweating the small stuff.
I read that book. I don't remember exactly what year that book came out. Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, like the very first original book. And one of the things that I've always taken away from that book is, let's say you're in an environment where people are having a conversation, right? And somebody is arguing something, and it's just, as a fact, you're just wrong. You're just absolutely wrong. I know this as a fact, and I can show it to you. But the one thing that book taught me was, you want to avoid confrontation, you want to avoid arguing, you want to avoid problems in relationships, let them be wrong. Don't correct them. Don't fix it. Don't try and get into the argument about it. Just let it go, man. Because when you engage in that kind of stuff, then all of a sudden it turns into a lot of stress and a lot of argumentation. So that is a great book, Chris, for you to read. I will be curious to see the impact.
Was on when I said that. We'll move Sellers to the next break.
Oh,
Cappy, really quick. One of the first, I think it's the first thing in the book is just about like a guy he's driving to work and somebody cuts him off and he's screaming and yelling at the guy and he's ticked off the whole rest of the day about it. And it's like, why? Why are you going to let that guy ruin your day? Like,
Right.
Who knows? Maybe that guy had to take his pregnant wife to the hospital. Maybe he's trying to make it to a funeral. Maybe he's late to work, whatever. Why? Why are you going to let that guy bother you? It's just like one little second of your life.
By the way, you know a gentleman, and we'll get to sports in a moment.
Well, I was just going to say rest in peace, Elden Campbell.
Yeah.
Yes, R.I.P.
To kind of put a bow on it. But
A very nice bow there. Sedano, very nice bow. The gentleman who I talk about this stuff with often, who went through his own heart struggle, you know this, Cappy, and we talk about life and how to coach life and how do we take care of ourselves and be better human beings and help others with their health and mental health especially, is the great Omar at Ocean Subaru.
Yeah, and you know what? You talk about health and life, and, Omar's a guy that, served for 20-plus years in the U.S. Army. He's been, in the car business trying to take care of people forever. He's got himself, his wife, and his kids, and Omar and I talk about it all the time because our sons are about the same age, and his son had just moved to New York City, and, that they're stress-related there. But here's the thing. You talk about good guys, and you talk about doing really good things. Right now at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton, we are celebrating the 2025 Share the Love event. And we at Subaru, the manufacturer, and we at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton, the local dealer, we want you to come in, buy or lease a brand new Subaru between now and January 2nd, and we will donate $325 to the charity of your choice. Now, we've got a lot of national charities that you might be interested in, but we also love it if you want to keep the money local. It's your choice, of course, but we support the Women's Club of Fullerton, and these ladies do good work all throughout the community of Fullerton. They spread money everywhere, and the Share the Love event is one of their biggest fundraisers of the year. So we want you to come into Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. We want to get you and your family into a sporty, safe, high-tech Subaru. Just in time for all the weather that's coming or the weather you might be going into going up to the mountains. But we want you to come in and be part of helping Subaru now raise over $350 million in donations to charities all around the country. And, of course, you can keep it all local. So come in, Ocean Subaru in Fullerton, 1100 Euclid Street. You can't miss us. We're right there, right off the freeway, right off the 91 freeway. And come visit us online, oceansubaruoc.com. That's oceansubaruoc.com. Where every journey starts with love. That's Ocean Subaru of Fullerton.
Thank you so much. 7:38, the Sedano and Cap Morning Show. On a wacky Wednesday, Sedano.
So I think I found the thing that Chris Paul said that might have upset the apple cart.
All right, hold on, Sedano. If we're going to pot you down because you're artifacting a little bit, maybe we reconnect. Cappy, meanwhile.
Yeah. Well, in the
now
meantime,
you're doing this. Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a time out on the Sedano and Cap Morning Show. We're going to reboot everything. And we will be back in 3 minutes from right now.
The Sedano and Cap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner.
Call Jacob. Call Jacob at 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or visit calljacob.com.
This is the Sedano and Cap Morning Show.
John Ireland for Blue Ice Vodka. Blue Ice's double espresso crafted with Arabica coffee makes the perfect espresso martini. Just shake with ice and pour. Soft, smooth, and delicious. Blue Ice Vodka, because taste matters.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. If you're ready to upgrade your driving experience, you gotta go and check out what's happening at Cadillac and their incredible new lineup of state-of-the-art EVs, sedans, and SUVs. And hey, look, there's no better place to experience the luxury of Cadillac than at Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Check out Cadillac of Beverly Hills and their beautiful showroom at 8767 Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills. And check them out on the web at CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
Hey, it's Chris Morales. You know, we joke around a lot that I almost died, which I almost did. I had severe heart failure. That's when I went to a Providence hospital in the emergency room. And here's the thing about heart care. It begins with trust. That's why Providence takes the time to listen, understand, and earn yours before making any decision about your care. For me, if it wasn't for Dr. Cobb and Katie Cornella at St. Joe's in Orange, they made me trust them and they made me know and my health and my life were going to be even better once I got out of the hospital. Providence, caring with compassion in Southern California.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Looking for paint that actually lasts? Vista Paint delivers expert quality, rich color, and pro-trusted durability, backed by over 60 years of experience. From your home to your next big project, we've got you covered. Vista Paint, since 1956.
I know you're listening to me wearing glasses or contacts. You're either nearsighted, farsighted, have astigmatism, or you're just over 45 and have to wear reading glasses. This is Dr. Cerruti, and I promise you, I can help you with any of these issues. No anesthesia, no pain, no downtime, and if you qualify, I'll even guarantee you with 20/20 or better vision or give your money back. I've never had to after 60,000 cases. Call 855-NOW-2020. 855-NOW-2020. That's 855-669-2020.
Every 40 seconds, a child is reported missing. That's 2,000 children every single day. It's a heart-wrenching reality that we can no longer ignore. Find the Children is a non-profit organization dedicated to helping find missing kids. You can be a part of their mission by donating your unwanted vehicle, running or not. Call 1-800-294-0222. We guarantee that you will receive the maximum tax deduction. We provide fast, free pickup with 24-hour response. Call 1-800-294-0222. Find the Children provides crucial resources to help find missing children and educational materials to teach kids how to recognize and avoid predators. Our recovery programs have a proven track record of reuniting kids with their families. It's time to act. Donate your unwanted or unused car. Help us build a world where every child is safe. Pick up the phone and call 1-800-294-0222. Together, we can bring these kids home safely. This advertisement was paid for in partnership with Cars R Us and Find the Children.
You're hanging out with the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
It must be quite a thing for you to see two stars of our magnitude.
Sedano and Kap have taken over Morning Drive.
And this isn't some hologram nonsense. This is in the flesh, baby. The two of us together.
More Sedano and Kap right now.
7:42. Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a wacky Wednesday. On this day in 2019, the number one hit, Post Malone, Circle Shit Out.
Great song.
Great song.
Does this mean now we can actually do a full segment?
Well, yeah, because the Russians attacking us and us taking some sort of, let's hit the music. Us taking some sort of internet hit means that got us back on time.
Nice.
All right. Well, good.
Nice.
Well, I
By
found
the way,
the Chris Paul thing, I think, Cappy.
Yeah, by the way, real quick, I want to tell you something. Venmo me $10, by the way.
Why is that?
You owe me $10.
For what?
Your crappy prize pick you gave me last night.
Hey, I gave you a good prize pick.
I know, that's why I'm only asking George for $10.
You know what's funny is that what I learned from that was originally I said, go more. And then I doubted Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards is a mature player now. He's not letting New Orleans get to him.
Yeah, but I think at the end of the first half, he only had 10 points. And I'm like, wow, Sedano really nailed this thing. And then
he went
exploded.
crazy. In the third quarter, he had 20.
Right. He scored 35 points in the second half. Yeah. But that's why I only asked you for $10, because Bergie got half of it right with the Kempe goal last night in the Kings loss to Washington. Yeah. So $10, George, $10.
Yeah.
All right, now go back to Chris Paul.
Yeah. Are you going to put that on your thumbnail today on the Cappy?
I think I am, but I'll misspell it. I'll probably misspell it. George owes me $10. T-I-N. Tim.
So I think I found the thing. So for those that are just waking up or just getting in their car, Chris Paul was strangely sent home. And it looks like his days with the Clippers are done because, Lawrence Frank even put out a statement in the middle of the night that they are parting ways.
Can you just pause on that real quick, which is sent home. Sent home is different than released.
Correct, because they need his contract.
Right. So just that's where I kind of pause for a moment. I go, wait a second, hold on. Let me get this straight.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes, you guys know that Chris Paul is not long for the Clippers organization.
Yeah.
And this retirement tour, if you will, isn't going anywhere because he's on the bench, right?
Yeah.
He's not being celebrated everywhere he goes.
Yeah.
So if you're going to get rid of him.
Although the most recent game in Charlotte, he was celebrated. Because remember, he played college ball there.
Right, right.
Not in Charlotte, but Wake Forest, which is only 90 minutes away.
Yeah. But if you're going to move him or move on from him, Okay, fine, it happens, right? I mean, in pro sports, George, we've seen legends be moved from their teams.
No question.
Okay? So if you're going to move on from Chris Paul, that's fine. Nobody cares. But why send him home
in the middle of the night?
Imagine
and send out a statement in the middle of the night, right?
Imagine he's in his hotel room sleeping. Knock, knock, knock. Hey, Chris, you got to pack and leave. What do you mean I got to pack and leave? Yeah, we're sending you home in the middle of the night. Are you releasing me? No. Then why'd you wake me up? Why do I have to go take a flight right now? And I know I might be exaggerating that he might not have been woken up and sent on a plane. Yeah. But instead, why in the middle of the night do you say, we're sending him home? If your game plan is to move on from him, it seems like they've gone out of their way, at least initial read, to humiliate him in some way.
So before the road trip, okay, Chris Paul posted a screenshot on Instagram of the Oxford English Dictionary definition of the word leeway. And the assumption was, or this suggesting that a lack of accountability was an issue with the Clippers, okay? That was the way it was interpreted by many, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you that, based on, what did we start this conversation with? Well, what was the second thing we talked about with this organization in regards to leadership, right? Where did you start with? Who did you start with?
I start with Kawhi Leonard.
Correct. So for many years, there has been a feeling that, and it wasn't just Kawhi, it was even Paul George to some extent too, that those guys lived by different rules, okay? And I think a guy like Chris, for better or worse, he's always going to be honest. And sometimes it's for worse because his teammates have not always appreciated his honesty. Now, there have been a number of players that have appreciated his honesty. It's interesting with Chris Paul's career because when you talk to young guys who have played with Chris Paul or guys that were young when they played with Chris Paul, like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander loves Chris Paul. Because remember, Chris Paul had a stint in Oklahoma City when Shai was traded there. And, Shai credits him with teaching him how to be a professional and teaching him the work ethic that he has. And even during his MVP speech, mentioned Chris Paul, right? Last year, the guys in San Antonio, those young guys, Wemby and Keldon Johnson and all these guys that were there, they credit Chris Paul, Harrison Barnes, right, for being good vets, teaching them how to be professionals, right?
But notice what you're saying. The young guys appreciated his professionalism and his leadership.
Right.
And the experienced guys, and a guy like Kawhi, who's a two-time champion, that guy may not have appreciated his candor.
Yeah. So what I would say is, while I'm trying to read tea leaves here and piecing things together, I'm guessing that him posting that on Instagram was probably not the first time that had been broached. Okay. I'm guessing that, knowing Chris, maybe something like that was presented in the locker room and in a larger setting, and then that particular post went up on his Instagram, and that probably set some people off after whatever probably transpired in person, and that may or may not have something to do with this. And if I had to guess, I am literally guessing here that whoever it was, Kawhi or James Harden, or, I don't want to put it on James, to be honest with you, or whoever it was, right? Or Kawhi even, for that matter. But I'm guessing whoever was at the top of the food chain did not appreciate whatever transpired between Chris in the locker room, and certainly not that Instagram post. And what happens is, when you're at this stage of your career and you're playing 14 minutes a night when you do play,
and you're on a 5
even though you are
basketball team,
legend of the organization, you're sent packing.
Yeah. Well, you're on a bad team, and you may be pissing off their top star. And even though Kawhi Leonard is really only half of your top star because he only plays in half the games, he is still the guy that you're counting on. And the thing about Kawhi Leonard is, and this was the miscalculation by the Clippers, you know what their miscalculation was, George? That Kawhi Leonard wanted to come home. He wanted to be back in Southern California where he grew up. He went to high school, played his college basketball. He wanted to come home to Southern California. And you know what he's done since he's come home? He's essentially gone into retirement mode. And I'm not joking here. Kawhi Leonard is a great player. We all get it. But let's be honest about it. Kawhi Leonard is never available. and it's always a problem. And whether it's legit injury or it's load management or he doesn't feel like playing, he doesn't take the same sort of criticism that a guy like others have taken along the way. Kyrie Irving for many, many years. I mean, he's kind of put his life and his career back together again in Dallas. But you remember Kyrie during COVID and people and how they talked about Kyrie. Nobody talks about Kawhi like that.
Yeah.
He's quiet. He's under the radar. He seems likable. All those things can be true. But by the same token, this dude does not want to go out there and give you 120% in pursuit of a championship. Because you know why, George? I'm going to tell you why. Because he's satisfied.
Well,
and you know why he's satisfied? Because he's got 2 championship rings. He's got generational wealth. He's got Hall of Fame credentials, and he's home. Kawhi Leonard is satisfied.
And he's got trees.
They conned me.
So what I would say is the only year he played the majority of the games was the COVID year. And he also had several months off in between. They ended up, I think, playing like 65, 66 games, somewhere in that range. And he played 57 of them. But, yeah, that's kind of it. Like, if you're the Clippers, you have not gotten your money's worth from Kawhi Leonard at all. And you gave him another contract. And you're also being investigated over a scandal over him. I would say that the Clippers, I understand them at the time. I mean, because think about it. 2019, he's coming off winning a championship. He's won his second finals MVP. Like, I get them thinking, like, oh, this guy can be our best player and can lead us to a championship. He's done it with 2 other teams, except the leading us part.
Yes.
He could be the best player.
Right.
But he couldn't lead you.
Yes.
And I think that they were hoping with Paul George that would be the case. But here's the thing about Paul George. And I love Paul George too, but Paul George is very much he was an excellent player for many, many years. Okay. Paul George is not that guy either. He's not the take the, reins of a team kind of guy. He is a guy who is well liked in the locker room because he's a nice guy. And he likes, he's very helpful to young guys. He's respectful to veterans. Like he's incredibly polite, like as a human being. But the problem is that you need one of those guys in that equation to be the guy that's like, hey, I'm taking control here, right? Like when things go sideways, there needs to be someone that takes control. And if you look at the previous Clippers iteration, Chris was that guy. The problem is, he was almost a little too big of a personality for guys like Blake and even DeAndre at times to handle, right? He was almost too honest for those guys in some cases. So it's just they've done a bad job of a chemistry experiment in their 2 iterations of teams that were considered championship worthy.
Chris Paul is an adult. Chris Paul is a professional. Chris Paul finds himself at this stage of his career older than a lot of his teammates. And when you have been as good as Chris Paul has been in his career, when you've been as influential in the league and for the players as Chris Paul has been in his career, to me, you've earned the right to be a veteran leader, grown-up candidate in the locker room.
Yeah,
and when you come back to the Clippers because you plan on finishing your career here and you plan on pursuing a championship and you analyze the situation and you go, this guy's a great scorer but not a champion. This guy's a great player and has a great resume, but barely ever plays. Oh, and by the way, him, his uncle, they've gotten this entire organization caught up into a crazy-ass controversy that's definitely a distraction. This guy's supposed to be the best coach, or at least one of the best coaches, and he can't even manage this mess. And you know what? I'm the adult in the room. I'm the guy with the resume that I've earned the right to be able to say a few of these things, and I'm new to the team, and I'm hungry for a championship, and these guys are not. And so it is conceivable to me that the personality doesn't fit. And when you're 5-16 and you may be insulting the guy that they're locked into in Kawhi, I understand why you might not want Chris Paul on this team. The chemistry doesn't work. What I still can't figure out is why do you do this in the middle of the night?
No, I would say, if we're being honest, that is Bush League.
There you go. That is Bush League. By the way, that's the Clippers. For the success that they may have had, Bush League.
they, it is sad to say because clearly there's a different level to this. And I know that Clippers loyalists would argue that, things are not even in the same stratosphere as the previous iteration. And I would agree with that. Again, two things can be true. But ultimately, as good as Steve Ballmer has been for ownership of that franchise, and I would even say for the league, like Steve Ballmer has been a good owner. The two instances you've seen of guys who have been considered franchise players for this organization in different iterations, one, the Blake Griffin thing is always going to stick with them, where they re-sign him, they make him be like, hey, they did this whole thing where they're going to put the jersey in the rafters in the presentation to him, and you're going to be a Clipper, and we're going to raise the jersey in the rafters. And, then they sent him packing to Detroit midway through the season. Like, I get the business aspect of it, but you also have to understand the optics of that. And now this situation where Chris Paul is being Chris Paul. Like, you brought in Chris Paul fully aware of who Chris Paul was. This wasn't like Chris Paul surprised you that Chris Paul is going to be honest about the situation in the locker room. Like, you had him for many years. Like, you knew what kind of player he was. You knew what kind of personality he was, which is no BS. He's going to tell you straight, okay? No chaser, okay? And your guys can't take it in the locker room, and you're going to send them packing at 3 a.m. Right. Like, that's also a bad look. So, again, two things can be true. They have definitely become a vastly night and day better organization than they were, during Donald Sterling. It's not even in the same stratosphere. They should not even be compared in that regard. However, these two, a little bit of a black eye for sure.
Yeah. And more to on this subject, because I just look at the Clippers and I look at this move and I say, this is why you guys are the Clippers. And I will gladly expand on that.
Oh, look at that. Nice job, Cappy. 7:57. Tell us about our friend Damon Lines, the CEO of Seller's Advantage.
Damon Lines is the man, and here's why. Because if you're looking to sell your home, if you've ever been through the process of selling a home, I'm telling you right now, it is a total headache. Here's why. Number one, you have to hire an agent. You hire an agent, the agent comes to your house, and the agent says, look, to get the top dollar for this house, we got to paint these walls because you liked gray walls, but I'm telling you that you need to have white walls. And you like that tree out front, and I'm telling you that it's not a good look. You got to get that tree out of here. And before you know it, the real estate agent has you spending 30, 40, 50 grand and promising you, oh, don't worry, you're going to get back 100 grand. You don't seem to understand something. I want to sell this house as fast as possible, and I don't want to put a bunch of money into a house that I'm moving out of. Oh, and here's another thing. I don't want people coming in for open houses. I don't want to have to leave. I don't want to have to clean up so that everybody can come into my house. Listen, you want to sell your house and you want to sell it fast and you want to sell it for top dollar, you call Seller's Advantage. Seller's Advantage is going to make this painless and they're going to make it fast because it's a cash offer and it's a cash transaction, which means you don't have to worry like, hey, we sold it to these guys, but now they're waiting for financing or they're waiting to sell another house so that they can buy this house. You don't have to worry about the deal falling through. It is a cash transaction. And oh, by the way, let me just tell you that there are tons of reviews online to tell you about all the success that Seller's Advantage has had on behalf of the people who are the homeowners who are selling to Seller's Advantage. So here's the thing. We will buy your house as is with a competitive cash offer. All you have to do is call 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-2747. Visit sellersadvantage.com. Damon and his team will come to your house. They'll make you a competitive cash offer. There's no obligation, and then you decide. Sellersadvantage.com.
Thank you, Cappy. 7:59. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a wacky Wednesday, 710 ESPN, KSPN Los Angeles. A Good Karma Brands radio station. We'll be back in about 3 minutes. Plus, we'll see if there's a Mongrel of the morning, and maybe we'll do some Radio Tinder. And at 9:05 this morning, in the Prize Picks Power Hour, the one and only Colombo fan, my brother, Brian Winhorse, will drop by. I think he'll talk NBA too. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a wacky Wednesday. Smile, Mongrels. It's Wednesday, and CP3 got what he deserved.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner,
LAX. Los Angeles International Airport, where change is in the air. Learn more at lawa.org/ESPN.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Hey, Dad, I gotta come clean about something.
Okay.
I only paid for a brand new Hyundai Tucson.
Oh, you might be on the naughty list.
Feels so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on all Hyundai Tucson, Tucson Hybrid, Santa Fe, or Santa Fe Hybrid models. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offer ends January 5th. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
They say love is the greatest gift of all, but straight up cash works too. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Our Gift a Day giveaway has begun. Earn 500 points on your rewards card and get that day's gift. Weekdays through the 19th.
Number 2.
Get your sugar cookie lattes and peppermint cake all month long at Pink Coffee.
And the number 1 reason.
Jackpot Palooza. We're giving away $25,000 on the 13th at 7 p.m.
Morongo, good times.
Every ceviche at Mercado Gonzalez begins with limes, fresh squeezed daily. Yes, daily. And each drop of those limes marinates our delicious shrimp, caught from El Mar de Cortés for a unique mariscos flavor you can't find anywhere else in the world. Spoon the ceviche over our tostadas raspadas and take a crunchy bite. That's the sound of authenticity. Mercado Gonzalez, Mexico in every detail.
Oh. Thank you, DeAndre. 8:01. Rams fans this Sunday, December 7th. Join ESPN LA and Bud Light for the ultimate Rams watch party. We're meeting at Cocoa Beach Bar and Grill in the MDR Marina Del Rey. Kickoff is 1:25 p.m. Get ice-cold Bud Light, great food, and massive game day energy. Wear your colors, and we'll see you Sunday at Cocoa Beach Bar and Grill. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show, back in 90 seconds from right now.
Hey, Rams fans, this Saturday, December 6th, stop by the Westlake Village Verizon store and meet the Rams cheerleaders and the best mascot in all of sports, Rampage. Plus, check out Verizon's incredible holiday deals on gifts for everyone, from the latest phones and tablets to gaming consoles, smartwatches, and more. Don't miss out. Come say hi to the Rams cheerleaders and Rampage at the Westlake Village Verizon store, located at 121 South Westlake Boulevard from 10 a.m. to noon on Saturday, December 6th.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments, including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show, presented by Call Jacob and Jacob Emrani.
The new phone number, 800-345-6789.
My guy, your guy, Cappy's guy, the great Jacob Emrani.
800-345-6789. With a new phone number, 800-345-6789.
8:03. Good morning. It's a wacky Wednesday.
I got the horses in the bag. Horse stock is attached.
On this day in 2018, Lil Nas X and Billy Ray Cyrus released the song Old Town Road as a single.
I've been in the valley. You ain't been up off that porch now. Can't nobody tell me now.
All right.
All right. I'm not a huge Lil Nas X song fan. Like it got played out a little too much.
But without Lil Nas X,
bit.
would we have ever had Shabuzi? A question to ponder.
And we would have never had
poll.
Jim Nance saying Shabuzi.
Shabuzi. Hello, friend. And then Shabuzi now does the theme song for Thursday Night Football.
Oh yeah?
Oh, we are definitely taking internet hits today. Shabuzi.
Why don't we have good firewalls?
We have great fire. Actually, our firewalls are too good. That's
too
the problem.
many firewalls.
Too many firewalls.
We got firewalls everywhere.
Very strong.
They're jamming the signal.
Strong firewall.
I saw, Greg, you sent in our group text basically that Lou Williams said almost the exact same thing I said on his show, Run It Back with Michelle Beadle, right?
Yep. I just wanted
we can get the audio at some point, but
or just of somebody that played with him, and
and knows the organization.
Knows the organization exactly.
Yeah.
We got a mongrel of the morning. You think? No.
What's that?
Do we have a mongrel of the morning?
I don't know. I haven't paid attention to them.
All right,
George, you're not battling with any mongrels yet this morning?
Nah, I haven't paid attention to them.
If we were to do a mongrel of the morning, Cappy, who would it be brought to?
I always go Peter Acevedo.
Oh, really? That's your main
you know
guy.
what? Aunt Esther deserves it.
Aunt Esther's good. She's outstanding. The Mongrel of the Morning, presented by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times, less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Aunt Esther, congratulations, girl. You are a tremendous contributor to the Sedano and Kap Morning Show YouTube chat. You do a fantastic job, Aunt Esther. You really do.
I love how Chris, though, he's trying to make this thing at the top of the 8 o'clock hour work. I will give you credit on that.
Well, I'm trying because we got a billboard. Yeah. Frankly, I think what I'm going to do is start a Google Voice. Well, Lindsay used to have one, like a Google Voice number.
Oh,
we used to use
I
that back
always
in the
think
Mason
that's
Iowa
way
days.
better.
Yeah. So maybe we'll do
better.
that. We'll transition
you can edit
to that.
those.
Where
Yeah.
mongrels can leave voicemails?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, do you want me to share what happened with that?
Yeah, you can.
So what ended up happening was, well, first of all, they take forever to go through, and it was often a lot of like the same, which is fine because, you know, we like repeat listeners, callers, voicemail leavers. But then somebody like posted it on like some kind of like Craigslist or like escort site or something. So then all these people started calling, trying to get dates with somebody with like, it was a whole thing. And I was just like, I'm not going through these anymore because this is too much. So,
well,
you know, that's what happened.
Speaking of dates here for a quick minute, last night I received a text from Gregory Arthur Bergman. And I know it came
the
in
GAB
challenge.
Yes,
and
sir.
And I know it came in the group chat. And let me say this in advance of my commentary. Greg Bergman, I will give credit. Greg Bergman is athletic.
He is.
He's athletic.
Thank you, Cappy.
Okay.
I don't know where this is going, but thank you.
I mean, now listen. You can be athletic and simultaneously be bad at a sport. So, like, you can be an athletic guy and have really good dance moves, which you've got.
Right.
I mean, LeBron lost the first round of the Lakers pickleball tournament.
Okay, so
I've proven that I'm not great at softball.
No, but also be a bad softball player. So an athletic
Not
guy,
bad, not great.
Well, not great is better than bad.
Yeah, it's good.
Anyway, go ahead.
So I get this text last night that Bergie is on a date with Mean Gene, and it was her birthday. And I guess the date started at the ice skating rink right there at LA Live.
It started at Sonora Town Tacos, which are so
yeah,
good.
right down the street. Really good.
Yeah, really, really good. The
you liked
chimichangas were amazing.
Oh, chimichangas.
It was, they
Cappy
call them
loves a good
chimichanga.
Okay. So then he goes to the ice skating rink. Now, Bergie, when was the last time you ice skated?
Hey, Felipe's there.
Your primo?
Yeah, my primo was there.
Your primo was there?
Yeah, I can hear it, yeah.
Okay. Oh, no, your primo is here. Yes, he has arrived. Yes.
Probably 2 years.
It's been 2 years since you ice skated.
Yeah.
And did you ice skate a lot as a young guy?
No, not a lot, no.
Not a lot at all.
No.
Roller skate?
Yes, I rollerbladed. I played roller hockey.
Okay, you see, so now there we go. So when yesterday Bergie sends this text, what do you want? You want to race me on the ice? There was like this challenge. Like,
Can we play the video? Do we have it?
No, it's just in the group chat. Parker's not here today, so it didn't go to the social team.
Do we know that Parker is okay though? Like, are we?
Yeah,
calling him
he's
today?
doing something. He's doing something for USC later
We
tonight.
don't need to call and find out if he's in a ditch somewhere.
I could send it to them.
Yeah. Okay.
So anyway, Cappy, well, how about we effort all that audio and then we can actually pay this off the proper way?
Yeah, I just want to know why Bergman wants a shot at the title. Like, what?
Just because I want to race.
He wants ice-capades, 7-10 ice-capades. That's what he wants.
All right, well, I'll have to bring Chrissy back out on the ice. Last time I had to hold his hands. I had to hold him up on the ice. But, Chris, I'll tell you, it's 100 pounds ago. Maybe you'll be a better skater this time around.
We going to stretch more time out of this bit, or we want to get back to sports?
I think let's stretch more time out of this bit.
All right, so let's go on the ice whenever you want.
Okay, there you go. We've stretched it out.
Maybe Marty McSorley can come, and then I could pound him into submission.
See, now that would be fun. You and Marty McSorley on the ice, that would be a good time.
Yeah.
That would be fun. All right, George, back to you.
So as we effort the sound from Lou Will as well, and then Bergman's challenge to you on the ice yesterday before the Kings game, I do want to talk a little football with you here real quick.
Let's do it.
And, we talked a lot on Monday about the Rams' loss to Carolina and, how that, I guess we came away, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't want to put words in your mouth.
Thank you.
We came away kind of feeling like, hey, this could be a good loss, right? And a lot of people don't believe in that. I do. I do think that there are resets that can happen after a loss. And, because I don't necessarily think the Rams defense was exposed per se. I just think they made mistakes that were uncharacteristic of who they are or have been all season, basically. So I feel like I am not wavering on the Rams and their chances to be a Super Bowl winner, let alone achieve the goal of getting to the Super Bowl and getting through the NFC. I am curious, though, as to how you feel after more reflection time.
So I know that on Monday when we had this conversation, our social team took the comments and they put them out all over social media. And then what happens is people who aren't listening to the show or watching the show on YouTube,
right? They just get the clips.
They only get the clip, right? And so then what happens is people start to come after you and they're like, "No, dude, you're so wrong. This is a huge problem for the Rams to go on the road and lose to a team like Carolina." And you see, the first part of it is this, George. There's a perception out there that Carolina is Carolina of the last 3 or 4 or 5 years.
No, they're pretty good, right? Yeah.
Carolina has improved drastically. Yeah. They've got a real coach. They've got a kid who's an up-and-coming quarterback. And you know what else Carolina has, George? They have an owner who has finally stepped away and stopped using his NFL football team as if it's his own fantasy football team.
Correct.
So all of these things have happened for Carolina, and they are improved. Now the Rams go on the road, go cross-country, find themselves playing in, I'm not saying terrible weather. This was not Philadelphia last year in the playoffs, but it was rainy and chilly and cold and a little muddy. I'm not using the weather as an excuse. I'm just saying that these are all factors in the game. So people start coming after me on social media about how dead wrong I am and how the Rams are in big trouble. I don't see it like that. And yes, you may tell me this is a homer comment, but I'm here to tell you this, that there are times during an NFL season where a really good team gets beat by a really bad team. Example, Green Bay earlier this year, I think they're good. I don't think they're great, but I think they're good. But I think Cleveland is awful, and Cleveland beat Green Bay. And there are other examples. For example, Buffalo.
I would disagree with you. I actually think Green Bay is pretty darn good.
Yeah, but okay, that's fine. But I'm just making examples of where bad teams
right, and they
beat good
they
teams.
lost to a bad team, right?
Okay, here's another example. How about the Buffalo Bills? They're 8-4. You think they're pretty good? I think they're okay, right?
Yeah, I think they're pretty good. I don't know if they're as good as they've been in the past. They could use another wide receiver because it's a lot on Josh Allen in the run game.
And their defense,
But
they
they're
defense not as good
to
too. That's a good point, Bertie.
But they're 8-4, and they went on the road. Thank you, Lindsay. They went on the road, and they got ham slammed by the Miami Dolphins. You guys think Miami Dolphins are good?
I don't.
Okay, so look, there are
Raiders
times
too. The Raiders beat the Patriots,
and that was week 1. So we kind of
I remember that one. Everybody was celebrating around here like the Raiders
Gino.
were going to do something interesting.
Well, we thought the Raiders were going to win the Super Bowl after week 1 when they beat the
Yeah,
Patriots.
yeah.
Turns out
Yeah.
we were wrong. The Patriots lost, and the Patriots may win the Super Bowl. But here's the thing. Sometimes in given weeks, we are all confused on Monday morning when we say, how did this team beat this team?
Correct.
How could a bad team like Cleveland beat a good team like Green Bay? How can a bad team like Miami destroy a good team like Buffalo? And it happens literally every week in the NFL.
Yeah. No, it's again, the league is predicated on parity, and there's not always a lot of parity, but what parity means is more in the regular season you can get, nipped in the bud by anybody,
Well, listen, and we don't really know. We think we know every week, but we don't necessarily know. Here's what I mean. Let me ask you guys this question. Do you guys,
by the way, it works the other way, too. Like, all you see now on all the national shows is, oh, my God, can the Cowboys come back to win the NFC East against the Eagles? And my answer is a resounding, are you out of your freaking minds? Like, what is wrong with you people out there?
They still
I
make
get
the playoffs.
Cowboys. I get the Cowboys sell, but, that's absurd.
Well, with the devil. But the Cowboys, just a couple weeks ago, when the Cowboys beat the Eagles, remember, the Cowboys were down 21-0, and they wound up coming back and they beat the Eagles 24-21. Again, another example of a team that we don't think is very good in Dallas beating a team that we do think is very good in Philadelphia. But all of a sudden, when the Cowboys beat Philadelphia, you pay attention because they got back to 500. Then the Cowboys on a short week at home, Thanksgiving, they bring in Kansas City. Kansas City and Dallas are both playing in what is a desperation situation for both teams, and Dallas wins the game. Dallas goes to 6-5. Yeah. At the same time, the Chicago Bears, who we are not really sure a couple weeks ago, and I think a lot of us are still not really sure, but the Chicago Bears go on the road and beat Philadelphia. So now all of a sudden Philadelphia, who was 8-2, becomes 8-4, and Dallas, who was 4-5-1, becomes 6-5-1, and you start to go, wait, could Philly fall apart and could Dallas emerge?
Right, and I get that, but they're not losing the division, is what I would say. Like, and this notion that all of a sudden the Cowboys are this real threat, I don't buy that either, to be honest with you.
I don't know. I think they might make the playoffs, and I think they're going to make a run.
I mean, making the playoffs is one thing.
I think they'll make a run.
Right. I mean, both conferences at the bottom are not necessarily like super stout. Like you can be a just barely above 500 team and make the 7 seed in either conference.
Any given Sunday.
Well,
right, but the problem is to make a run, you'd have to do that 4 times.
You have any more cliches you want to throw out there?
Hey, I still believe in Pittsburgh. I still think that Pittsburgh.
Oh, get out of here! They're toast.
Come on now.
But the only thing is about Pittsburgh is that Baltimore, you still don't for
Lamar,
the
Lamar
5
has
game
not
winning
played
streak,
well at all.
And they went on a 5-game winning streak, and then they lost, and now they're tied with Pittsburgh. And Cincinnati gets Joe Burrow back, and even though they're 4-8,
they could make a run.
Is there a possibility that's because the division, the AFC North is not good. They don't have a standout team right now. Right. So let's bring it back, George, to where you started all of this, which is with the Rams. So again, I think we've documented bad teams sometimes beat good teams. Mm-hmm. And Carolina doesn't deserve to be called a bad team because they're better than 500. And they're surprising a lot of people. Whereas the Colts were the team of the league in the first 10 weeks or so. The Colts, does anybody here believe that the Colts are for real now?
No.
Because I don't. I think they're done.
Well, I also think their quarterback having a broken fibula and trying to play through that is tough.
Right. So you come out of the bye, you lose a couple of games in a row, big games, and now this week, Indianapolis has a huge game against Jacksonville, and Jacksonville's sitting in first place tied with Indianapolis.
But I will say this, Jacksonville's not very good. I mean, they can run the ball, and their defense is all right, but, like, Trevor Lawrence is not a good player.
No, as a matter of fact, here's my point. You ready for this? Right now, Houston, who's in
their
third place,
defense is incredible.
Houston, and now C.J. Stroud's back, too, and they're looking a lot better.
But they were better. Their offense arguably was better without him, no?
Yeah, but I think some of that was also just like them adjusting to no Joe Mixon from the beginning of the season. Like now those guys like, the kid Woody Marks from at USC is playing really well where he wasn't playing well to start the season. So I just think it's a little bit different now.
You know what I think we should do? I feel like this year, and maybe I'm wrong, but I personally feel like this season is so up in the air in like both the NFC and the AFC. Like, you don't know. Like, there's no strong, like, oh, they're definitely, like, Super Bowl contenders. I think we should do, like fake teams. Like, who's the teams that, like, you think are good, but they're not good? Like, I don't think that the Bears are really that good. I feel like they've kind of had a lot of luck on their side, and I don't think that the Packers are really that good. But yet, you look at the record, and it's like,
let me ask you this. You ready? If you think that about the Bears, let's just stay with the Bears for a second. How do you feel about the Broncos?
I think the Broncos. See, I don't know about them either.
Gamblers feel the Broncos are a huge fraud.
Okay,
yeah.
So
like the gambling community. I was doing a deep dive on this yesterday. They feel like most of them feel like they're kind of fraudulent.
Okay, let me ask you guys this: how about the New England Patriots?
I think they are for real. They have a great head coach.
I think the Patriots are more for real. In the sense of their offense has a far superior, higher ceiling, and their defense is very good.
Okay, so here you
Whereas
have
the Broncos' defense is elite, but their offense does not have as high a ceiling.
So you have these teams, New England is an example, and I think New England has won 10 straight. Maybe it's 11 straight. I have to go back and look. And you also have Denver, who's won 10 straight. And so you've got these teams that most of us are like, I don't really know if I believe in the Bears or the Broncos. And yet those two teams in particular keep finding ways to win. And Chicago is looking to convince the world, the fans of the NFL, hey, no, we are for real. How do you prove it? You go on the road, you play Philadelphia in Philadelphia, and you pound the Eagles. But here's what happens next. The Chicago Bears this week on the road at Green Bay. So now you have another opportunity to prove it to everybody that you're for real. Or if you lose, people are going to be like, see, they're not that good. And the same goes for Thursday Night Football. Cowboys are playing the Lions.
Yeah, I think Green Bay is going to beat the Bears this weekend.
So do I. Do you think Do you think that Green Bay is a fraud because they lost to the Browns? Is that the only reason?
That's not the only reason. I just feel like
so.
I don't know. I just feel like they're not there yet. I don't think that they're a Super Bowl team.
I just think Love is a guy that is volatile, right?
Yeah,
like he can be excellent, and then he has stretches of, oof, what is going on there? You know?
Yeah, that's probably my biggest thing is I'm not so sure I've bought into Jordan Love this year, and that's kind of my I guess my perception of why I'm not really buying into Green Bay. But there are so many huge games this weekend. You know, we mentioned the Texans Chiefs on Sunday
By the
night
way,
in Kansas City.
Chargers Eagles,
huge game, absolutely massive game because the Eagle fans ELG.
Let me hear you all saying ELGSES Eagles. Let's go Birds.
Go Birds. The Eagles fans this upcoming Monday night will completely take over SoFi Stadium. It will be a Philadelphia home game, and Philadelphia has found themselves losing their last two games. And with that defensive line coming in against this Charger offensive line, and with Justin Herbert playing with a broken hand, I mean, this is why a game like this is so huge for both teams. It all comes back to the Rams, George. Yes, they lost in Carolina, but it didn't deter me in one way. The Rams are still the best team in football.
Yeah, there's a second E in Herbert.
I have found out. I have found out. I thought that was an abbreviation, Christopher.
8:22, the Sedano and Kap Morning Show. Maybe we'll do a little radio Tinder coming up. Brian Winhorse will join us at 9:05 in the Prize Picks Power Hour, the Triple P. But right now, Cappy, tell us about our friend Abner Gatt.
Oh, it'd be my absolute pleasure. What can I tell you, man, about my love, my passion for Abner Gatt? And it's not just for Abner and his wife and his kids and the whole mishbucha that works with the family company. It's really the love for Abner and what he does for you. And here's why. Because Abner Gatt is a public adjuster, which means he works for you. The insurance adjuster on the other side, that person works for the insurance company. And when you have a massive flood in your house, and I'm using a flood as an example, a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, if you've ever lived through any of these disasters, you know how hard it can be to work with your homeowner's insurance company. And it shouldn't be hard. It should be easy, right? You pay your premium every single month like you're supposed to. And when something goes, catastrophic, you expect your insurance company to be like, yeah, we got you, no problem. But wait a second. When the insurance company is turning on you, when they won't approve a replacement living arrangement for you, your family, your kids, they got to go to school. When your adjuster from the insurance company ghosts you, what do? You take a deep breath and you call Abner Gatt, 818-917-5256. Abner knows these folks in the insurance industry. Abner knows these policies like the back of his hand. Abner knows how to negotiate and really fight for you to get the money that you and your family deserve. So if you have one of these emergencies and you have a flood in your home and your insurance company is not taking care of you, you call Abner Gatt. Abner Gatt takes care of business. Abner Gatt gets you your money. 818-917-5256 or AvnerGatt.com. AVNERGAT, AvnerGatt.com. You call, he answers, he says, hello. Abner Gatt, your claim is our game.
8:24. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a wacky Wednesday. We're back in 3 minutes from right now.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Vista Paint is California's original paint company and has been serving pros and homeowners since 1956. Our paints are formulated for lasting performance, beautiful finishes, and made to withstand the weather. Vista Paint, locally made, expertly crafted, always reliable.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. If you're ready to upgrade your driving experience, you gotta go and check out what's happening at Cadillac and their incredible new lineup of state-of-the-art EVs, sedans, and SUVs. And hey, look, there's no better place to experience the luxury of Cadillac than at Cadillac of Beverly Hills.
Check out Cadillac of Beverly Hills and their beautiful showroom at 8767 Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills. And check them out on the web at CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
John Ireland for Blue Ice, the finest potato vodka sourced from Idaho and pure Snake River Aquafire water. Find classic Blue Ice vodka or any of their unique flavors in stores or ask for it by name. Blue Ice Vodka, because taste is everything.
Hey, it's Mace. Did you know Goodwill Southern California is more than just amazing thrift finds? They're transforming lives with job training, career placement, and supportive services for veterans, youth, and individuals overcoming barriers to employment. Every donation and purchase fuels these life-changing programs. For more information on how you can help, go to powerofwork.goodwillsocal.org. That's powerofwork.goodwillsocal.org. Brought to you by GSC Verizon Skill Forward.
People are buzzing about Zootopia 2, and the early reactions are in.
Hops and Wild?
Wild and Hops. The dream team. Zootopia 2 is being called an absolute blast. It's a hilarious feel-good family adventure.
I'm Kaylee, the snake. And your last name? The Snake.
And a wildly smart and outstanding sequel that's well worth the wait.
We're gonna be the greatest partners of all time!
Togetherness. Never mind. Forget I said it. Disney's Zootopia 2. Rated PG. Parental guidance suggested. Now playing only in theaters. Tickets available now.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com, because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, ETHOS, ethos.com/play.
Hi, this is Avner Gat, founding partner of the Sedano Kap Morning Show. Avner Gat Inc. is your trusted Los Angeles public adjuster. Call me directly at 818-917-5256 for help navigating the complexity of your insurance claim. Now back to the Sedano Kap Morning Show. Good morning, guys.
Oh, good morning, Avner.
Good morning.
8:27. Quack, quack. Cappy, are you on bended knee? Is Cappy there? No, maybe not.
Maybe he's not.
On this day in 1994, the #1 hit, Boys to Men on Bended Knee. Cappy back yet or no?
Oh, yeah, I'm here.
Oh, well, I missed you when I threw to you. You weren't there. When I said, are you on Bended Knee?
I wasn't, but I could be rather easily.
Today is also Rhubarb Vodka Day.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't sound good.
And Julianne Moore is 65 today.
Wow.
Okay.
Of course, was great in Boogie Nights and many other movies.
Baby.
Oh, I like this part. I'm sorry.
Please forgive me.
Forgive me, Rachel.
Please don't be a cold girl.
I'm sorry I spent $2,000 on Thanksgiving. I'm sorry we went to Disneyland the day after. We can go on that boat on December 20th. I'll leave I'll leave the morning show in Morales for 2 weeks. And when I'm back, I'll see you twice a week. Only 2 days in East Central, Rachel, I promise. I ran out of stuff now.
Hey, by the way, what happened to you the day after Thanksgiving? I thought you were coming to crash the party at Disneyland.
I was tired, man. I can't wait for this 2 weeks of vacation for the holiday.
Yeah, you're looking forward to that, huh?
Listen, let me tell you
Do
something.
not disturb.
In just 3 days, I've gotten so much more sleep. It's been nice. I've been in bed by like 9:30. It's great. I'm up early enough to, like, if I did miss something, I, like, catch up. It's great.
Plus, I'm getting those annual passports, I think, for Christmas for Stephanie and I. So then we could go to Disneyland all the time.
Right?
Because you got your badge.
Yeah.
I got the passports. We're all in, sucker.
Oh, yeah, let's go. Let's go to Disneyland.
You and I riding the Cars ride every Friday? Ka-chow! Oh, we'll bring Sua. Sua, ka-chow!
When can we go do a broadcast from Disney?
Yeah, they don't want us.
I have an idea. Let me throw an idea your way.
I think
ready?
we could just show up with the Comrex and be like, hey, suckers, let us into Club 33. We're going to do a broadcast.
Hey, you guys got a dartboard around here? We'll plug in.
I'll be like, oh, boy.
Hey, I thought of this the other day when I was at Disneyland. You know, there's a place there, there's a Ballast Point Brewery.
Yeah?
What do you think about broadcasting from there?
It's inside Disneyland or is it downtown
California
Disney?
Adventure.
California Adventure.
Yeah. No, it's actually not in either park, though.
Oh.
It's in the...
Downtown Disney.
Oh,
yeah.
downtown Disney already.
Yeah.
Oh, well, downtown Disney's a lot easier.
Let's do that.
I think. I don't know. Maybe not.
We can go inside. We can ride
Remember,
some
the
rides.
Earl of Sandwich is gone from downtown Disney, too.
The Earl has
What's
really
the
let us
sandwich?
down.
No. It's in the back.
No, they moved it.
Right, but it's in the back.
Where the bread store was?
Where the ESPN zone was.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
But wait a second. What about the Earl? What about the Duke downtown?
No, the Duke's downtown that we always walk by, but the Duke closes like 2 p.m. He makes those sandwiches and gets the heck out.
Right. He's like, that's it. Lunch crowd over. Done. Goodbye. Yeah.
He locks up that Earl of Sandwich.
That song, The Duke of Earl. Chris and I are walking around downtown. We always walk by this sandwich shop, and the next thing you know, you can't get that song out of your head. Duke, 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 Duke of Earl, 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 Duke of Earl, 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 Duke. I'm apologizing to everybody right now. You will be singing this song the rest of the day. Duke,
I never
you will
knew that's
never
what they
get this out
said.
of your head. What'd you say, baseball?
I just thought it was like a sound, like Duke of Earl. Like, I didn't think they were saying
You didn't think this was
Earl.
a song?
No, I knew it was a song. I just didn't know they were saying Earl. I just thought it was like Duke.
The Duke of Earl.
The great
And
Gene Chandler.
If you were my girl.
What's the
Yeah.
Duke of Earl?
It's the Duke of Earl, Jack. What's the Earl of Sandwich? None of it makes any sense.
Actually, that does.
Just like this show.
It does? The sandwich guy makes sense?
Let's just use this for the Radio Tinder theme today. Sometimes we play a TV theme, sometimes a wrestling theme, or the Duke of Earl on a wacky Wednesday. The homies are right now going like, yeah.
Yeah, I throw my ribs to this.
Listen to Huggy Boy. You can follow her at Lindsay Baseball on Twitter, Instagram. Don't forget about our sponsor for Radio Tinder when we do it once a week. The Crazy Hernandez brothers at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. If you're in the market for new flooring, shop at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, where every day is a deal, no gimmicks. Call 866-624-FLOOR or go to HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. No sale beats wholesale, sucker. Get that morning wood, the hardwood, get the shrag. What is it? The shag?
The shrag?
And the shrag.
The shaggy.
Oh, hold on. Well, here comes the hook again. Here it comes. Duke of Earl.
Earl.
I feel good today.
Oh, man, I know. I'm feeling really good myself.
Meanwhile, it is time for Radio Tinder. As I like to say, take it away, producer Lindsay.
Thanks, Christopher. All right, guys. So, Eagles offensive coordinator Kevin Patullo's New Jersey house has been targeted by furious fans. Hopefully, they know how to spell Eagles. The coach's house was pelted with eggs early Saturday morning after the Eagles' second straight loss. The culprits filmed themselves, and they posted the video like a bunch of morons, so it went viral over the weekend.
Yeah.
And I guess the local police said they're investigating it. They'll probably get caught because when you post a video of yourself committing a crime on the internet and it goes viral, usually they find you. So I want to ask you guys, have you ever been, one of those little vandals yourself? Have you ever egged anyone's house when you were younger? Because I know I have.
Yeah.
Oh, when I was a kid, we toilet papered somebody's house, like
That's
the house
different.
of trees.
That's different than egging.
Yeah.
Which is
egging
worse?
too. There was egging too.
Egging is when you really,
Egging
really
was a
hate
high school
someone.
thing. Like
Yeah.
your house got egged. You would egg people's houses. You would figure out who it was. Yeah, it was a thing. It sucks. But yeah, it was definitely like a high school, junior high thing.
Yeah, I feel really bad, like all these years later, and we're talking like 35 years later. We had a buddy of ours in high school, and I don't remember what we were doing. We were a bunch of idiots, and we pulled up onto their lawn with our cars, and we all, held onto the brake and then, hit the ignition and hit the gas, and then we let off the brake. We tore up the lawn in their front yard.
Oh,
And we
donuts?
just
Wow.
so rude, like such jerks. On the other hand, I've been on the receiving end, I will tell you guys. When you have 3 daughters in high school at the same time, I've woken up to many a morning where my entire house was toilet papered. And I thought, what a tremendous waste of really good toilet paper, because this is some nice thick Charmin.
Especially for someone like you who really appreciates the
Right,
toilet
I mean,
paper.
George,
was it
let
the
me tell
blue
you.
Charmin?
Was it 2-ply? 3?
Yeah, and let me tell you something. I don't know if you guys think this is strange or not, but I recycled all that
No,
toilet
you
paper and
didn't.
used it all that toilet paper. I mean, I had to clean it up. But egging somebody's house when, it was Halloween or something like that, all right, that's a goofy little junior high school thing. When you're egging the home of a sports celeb, coach, player, whatever.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Because you're dissatisfied with the performance of the team. Bro, that's a little out of line, don't you think? Everybody, time to grow up a little bit.
I think you can, to your point, if you're like 13, 14, 15, maybe you can get away with like, hey, you're a kid and you're an idiot. But right, I'm assuming these are grown-ass people doing this. So, yeah.
It's awful. Did you ever do it where, like, in a Halloween time with being stupid kids, where take bologna and throw it on people's cars?
What?
Bologna.
A famous morning show.
I've never heard of bologna on a car.
So if you put bologna on the car and it stays overnight, it takes off all the paint.
Really?
It's awful. Awful.
That tells you what
Awful,
it's in
yeah.
bologna, man.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, it totally does.
We used to take election signs during election time, and we would take I don't know, maybe 50, 100 of them and put them in my friend's trunk, and then find someone that we were really mad at or didn't like, and we'd stick all the signs in their front yard.
You ever take dog duty and
yeah.
put it on somebody's
Pantyhose.
front door
Yeah.
and light it on fire so
Nope.
when they
No.
open up the door, they step on it and it's
What?
like stepping on dog
yeah.
duty?
Nah, I've never done that.
You guys ever
No?
do crazy glue in the doorknob? Like, so the key doesn't go in? No?
That's really mean. You'd have to change your
Yeah,
locks,
you lock
wouldn't you?
somebody out.
Oh, Jorge.
You crazy glue in the doorknob.
Hey, I thought doing, ripping up somebody's front lawn with my tires was bad. Putting super glue in their key, that's even worse,
In their
bro.
keyhole, yep.
That's messed up.
It's malicious.
Damn, dog.
I thought the
Damn,
bologna
dog.
was bad.
On God.
On God, for reals. All
right,
Lance,
what's
what else
next?
you got?
All right, guys. So a new poll will prove one of two things. Half the people in America are right there with you when it comes to believing in aliens, or half of America is dumber than you thought. Because, according to this new poll, not only do most Americans believe aliens exist, but a lot of them also think they visited Earth. 47%, to be exact, believe that aliens have definitely or probably visited Earth. So I watched this new documentary last week. It's been waiting to come out forever, and I guess it's like the synopsis of it is it's a bunch of old former like government officials and people that were in the Air Force and in the Army that say that yes, aliens are real, yes, the government has covered it up, blah blah blah, and they have all this proof of it. So I want to ask you guys, do you think that there are aliens, or do you think that those people are all just crazy?
No, look, the universe, the galaxy, whatever you want to call it, is way too big to think we're the only things. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, that would be the most naive thing ever. Again, have they visited Earth? Maybe, probably.
Have they not seen Mork and Mindy?
Right, exactly.
Mork's from Mork.
Nanu.
Right.
But yeah, like I just think you got to be naive to think we're the only living like things in the entire universe.
I'm convinced that when I was in high school, so I used to live right behind the high school that I went to.
Here we go.
And behind my house, okay, we literally lived behind the high school that I went to, and the softball field was right behind my house.
Right.
And I am convinced that a spaceship landed on the softball field right behind my house. Now they didn't take me. They didn't play doctor with me. Okay, they didn't probe me in any way. They didn't take me to a galaxy far, far away. But I'm pretty much convinced that I woke up in the middle of the night and I could see this blue glow all over the softball field, and I'm like, they've arrived. They're here.
That
They've come.
explains a lot.
Well, again, you know, if I were an alien, Florida would be a place I would check for sure. I mean, the strangest things in the world happen there. So, I mean, I would understand why they would be curious about it.
Any other alien encounters here?
Well,
I have not had an alien encounter, no.
The documentary, it's called The Age of Disclosure, by the way. And my friend and I used to go, we used to try and, seek aliens out. We listened to a lot of Coast to Coast AM with George Norrie.
Well, originally
George
with
Norrie.
Art Bell.
Dude, I used to
Art
be,
Bell, yes.
me and George Norrie used to do battles in the middle of the night.
No way, really?
Yeah. We all worked for the same syndicator.
I
Premier
I
Radio
stole
Network.
a bunch of his affiliates. Take that, Norrie.
So I remember one time I was driving down a main road with my friend at 3 a.m, and we had Coast to Coast on, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the radio went staticky, and this lady came out of the radio, and she was like, Bagley Road. And this weird, alien sounding, sound effect came on the radio, and then it cut right back in. And we thought that a UFO was tracking us.
Well, you think maybe he was doing a Phil Hendry on you there, maybe? I don't know.
This is Chupacabras. Remember when this would come on? I would actually get scared as a kid when it would come on KFI after Phil Hendry.
Yeah.
Because this theme song was eerie, and then you'd be like,
well, and
it's
remember it was
Coast
Art
to
Bell
Coast.
before
Yeah.
him, right?
This is Art Bell.
Yeah, Art Bell was before George
Have you
Norton.
been probed by an alien?
Did a spaceship land on the softball field at your high school?
Have you put baloney on a car? Do you listen to the Sedano and Kap morning show? Do you stay awake during Mason and Ireland?
Good show.
I'm sorry. Do you play the Eagles fight song at 3:30 in the afternoon? I'm feeling it today, man.
Oh, by the way, I
that
thought
7-Eleven
yesterday
coffee is really working today.
I thought yesterday I was listening to Super Crosstalk between Mason and Ireland and DeMarco and Trav.
Okay, yeah.
And somebody asked a question. I think it was Mason. He goes, do you use Q-tips? And Travis goes, oh, yeah.
No,
Like-
producer Emily is so fired up on this topic. Like, she's like, you can't use Q-tips
Well,
in your ears.
Q-tips allegedly push it back in, and it makes it worse. It could really, yeah.
So how do you
I
clean
mean,
your
but it
ears?
does
You're
feel
not
good when you use
supposed
a
to.
Q-tip.
Oh, yeah.
But what are they for then? And how do you clean your ears?
Like,
Yeah,
It
exactly.
actually says
You're
on the back that you are not supposed to put them in your ears.
Right.
But I use
do.
them.
You're supposed to use like a liquid to then get it out. You
I don't know, man, but all I know is I use Q-tips every day, and when Travis was like, oh, yeah.
But
It
that
was
drop
so-
is from something else.
Oh, it was so strange, though, but I was like, I get it. Using a Q-tip feels so good.
Do you
Oh.
put Q-tips in your ear? No,
do.
but see, here's the thing. Emily is right, and she was really passionate about it. And then off the air, we kept all doing the training day bit. Remember the scene where he's like, you ever had it pushed in?
We dog.
Yeah, it's the scene in the kitchen. You're familiar with training day.
I do love a good Q-tip.
Which is probably the best scene out of training day when it doesn't even include Denzel. It's the most intense. Can you
By the way,
imagine?
a hot take?
Yeah, go ahead. Don't say it. Don't
He
do
didn't
it.
deserve an Oscar for that one.
Oh, well, probably not. But would they
He had
to
so many
yeah.
other roles before that he should have won an Oscar for to win for that one. Come on.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Totally
They were making it's a
agree.
makeup call,
Yeah.
you know?
Totally makeup call because they screwed him so many times before that.
841, the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a wacky Wednesday. We're going to do the read for Jacob Emrani over the George Norrie theme. As I hold up Jacob Emrani, the great Jacob Emrani. I saw him yesterday. A man whose skin looks just as good as Sedano. He must be using that salmon sperm. Let's talk about the new phone number with Jacob Emrani.
Well, listen, Cappy, it's that time of the year. Christmas lights are going up. The trees are on the car roof, right? Everyone's racing around trying to finish holiday shopping. And with all that rushing, all that traffic, all that December madness, accidents happen. You could be sitting at a light, and all of a sudden, Christopher, you know what happens? BAM! Yeah, maybe you were driving home with that Christmas tree and tied on top of your roof. The kids in the back seat, holiday music playing.
Yeah.
And then, boom, someone slams right into you. But here's the thing, Cappy. When that happens, your whole holiday gets flipped. But the next step is simple, and it starts right here. Calling Jacob at the new number. Give it to him, Cappy.
800-345-6789. That's right, because, the minute you call Jacob and the law offices of Jacob Emrani, you're calling Jacob. You're actually calling him. Someone who knows that holiday accidents hit harder. There's the emotions. There's the physical part of it all. There's the financial side of things, because you're already trying to make a great season for your family, right? And then all of a sudden you're in this accident, and now you got to battle insurance companies who are going to try and delay, deny, or downplay your pain. George, that's why you call that brand new phone number.
800-345.
6789.
Right.
And,
before you say a single word to him, make sure you call that number, 800-345-6789.
Oh, I missed it. 6-7.
Yeah. So if your holiday shopping went wrong, if your Christmas tree ended up in a collision.
Everybody wants a piece of it.
If you're hurting, worried, or overwhelmed, pick up that phone and dial it, 800-345-6789. Say it again. One more time, Cappy. Give it to him.
800-345-6789.
So save it in your phone. It's 800-345-6789. No fees, Cappy, unless Jacob wins.
That's right. Did you hear Jacob on the air yesterday by chance?
I did not hear him.
Jacob was talking like this because Jacob lost his voice. You know what happened to him, George?
What's that?
His sons were playing high school basketball.
Yeah.
And the referee apparently made such an egregious call
that he went
went
bonkers.
against his son's teams, two sons, by the way, in a game where they were down like 15 points and they battled back, and they're on the verge of pulling this incredible comeback win, and the referees made such an egregious call that Jacob lost his freaking voice, screaming at the referee, "You get him, Jacob!"
Right, and that's why he's still picking up your phone call at 800-345-6789. So give yourself peace of mind after an accident. Call Jacob. He brings protection, peace, and power back to your holiday.
Thank you, Jacob and Ronnie.
Can I help you?
Jacob and Ronnie.
Jacob.
Call Jacob, a presenting sponsor. Presenting the
When's
Sedano
Windy
Kap
coming
Morning
on?
Show. Wendy's coming in at 9:05.
By the way, really quick, I looked up
6-7.
I looked up Q-tip and it says avoid insertion, so you guys are right.
Yeah, no, you're not supposed to, but it feels good.
It does
and
feel
how
good.
else are you going to get that
Right.
water out of your ear?
Mm-hmm.
Damn
I don't
it.
get it.
What you should do, Q-tips, is to clean like the rims of your
Yeah,
ear,
no,
not
you
the
clean,
inside.
you use it for the rim, but I stick it
I
in
still
too.
go deep. I go deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So don't go too deep.
Nothing smaller than your elbow should go into your ear. What it says online.
I don't know. And sometimes I poke my eardrum and I know, I'm like, oh no.
So
oh,
that's
that
what
hurt.
Emily said. Is one time she went too deep and it hurt her eardrum.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Mm-mm.
Sounds
I was
aggressive.
listening.
It was
listening.
aggressive.
Yeah.
And I made the point about the... Never mind. 8:45. Good morning. Quack, quack. Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We'll keep playing the George Norrie theme in 3 minutes from right now.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Discover the bold taster tradition with Amor Salsita homemade authentic salsas. Hi, this is Jerry with Amor Salsita. From dipping your chips, marinating your favorite dish, topping your tacos, Amor Salsita brings the vibrant flavors of Mexico straight to your table. Salsas with smoky, juicy, chunky tomato, roasted tomatillos, and mango habanero flavors. Visit amorsalsita.com and discover the flavors and recipes. Pick up your Amor Salsita at any Albertsons, Vons, or Pavilions in the produce department. From our kitchen to yours, Amor in every bite.
Math is simple. Low prices plus big trade value equals huge savings for you during the 2025 Subaru Share the Love event at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton, where we'll donate $325 for every new vehicle purchased or leased to the charity of your choice. Come in today to trade and upgrade your vehicle or just sell it and get paid. You win either way. For complete details, visit OceanSubaruOC.com.
$325 donation consists of $250 from Subaru and an additional $75 from Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. Expires 12/31/2025.
Did he spit on him?
Have you heard the refinancing rule of thumb that says you have to drop your rate at least 0.5% to refi because it'll take several years of savings to recoup the closing costs for a refi? Well, Loan Exchange says the rule is nonsense. With a Loan Exchange free closer, you can lower your rate without paying any cost whatsoever. That's right, lower your rate with no cost and your balance doesn't go up. You start saving on the first day you have the loan and every day thereafter. If you decide to move next year or rates drop further, you can exchange that loan for another without losing a dollar that was tied up in closing costs. Today's 30-year fixed-free closer rate in APR is 5.875%. So if your current mortgage rate is higher than 5.875%, give the Loan Exchange a call at 855-752-9944 or log on to theloanexchange.com. It won't cost you a thing. NMLS 1637539. Loan subject to credit approval. See website for licensing information, loan terms and conditions. Equal housing lender. Call 855-752-9944 or visit theloanexchange.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Hey, this is Rich Eisen. You're starting your day with the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA. Don't forget my show. The Rich Eisen Show is coming up this morning at 9 on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Now, back to the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
8:49. Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a wacky Wednesday. We'll see if Rich Eisen's playing the Art Bell theme for 10 minutes like we just did.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
But we will have Brian Winhorse coming up. I don't know if he'll have him either for that
The
matter.
Rich Eisen Show begins at 9 a.m. terrestrially. That's when the Prize Picks Power Hour, the Triple P, begins on YouTube. And if you're listening to us on the app, stay right there, sucker. Brian Winhorse, my Colombo brother, will be starting with us at 9 o'clock.
I did see a lot of the Mongrels are talking about Q-tips in there.
Yes, everybody is talking about it.
Did you see Carlos sorry.
Go ahead.
Did you
yeah,
see
that he had a
Carlos?
friend forget that she had the Q-tip in her ear and she jumped on the bed and it popped her
Wow.
eardrum.
Oh, my
God. Ooh, that sounds
You
painful.
have got to be so dumb.
How do you
to forget a
you have a
Q-tip
Q-tip
in
is in
your
your
ear?
ear?
Must have been
Yeah,
a tiny
yeah.
Q-tip.
I would agree.
Not like DeAndre. He's got a big Q-tip. He
Whoa.
uses those big Q-tips. On this day in
Save
1995.
that for the Prize Picks Power Hour.
On this day in 19... Oh, you got to tease him, not tell him.
You saying he has big ears?
Yeah. On this day in 1995, Tupac, as Mason once said,
He did, and he made us delete the audio.
Not even there anymore.
Oh, no, I got it on a hard drive. Don't worry. We should bring it back just to really annoy him.
Oh, my God. He would be so upset.
Why would he be
You
so
would have lost a
embarrassed
friend.
about that?
I got that
Come
great.
on.
Tupac released California Love as a single.
I wonder if Mason's reading that new two-pack book from Jeff Pearlman.
Bring a bucket and a mop.
Oh, you finally got the Q-tip hit?
By the way, speaking of Tupac,
Yes.
Yeah.
I was telling the guys earlier that I watched the Netflix documentary on Diddy, the new one that 50
Okay.
Cent produced.
Yeah, what's
and
the
it's
story
basically like a whole deep dive into the history of Diddy and all of the horrible things he's done. And it didn't even really hyper focus on the things that happened recently.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it was how, basically.
Isn't it like bad business stuff?
Well,
Like
it's not
being-
just that, but he seemingly may have allegedly possibly killed Biggie.
No, you knew he was involved.
I
Allegedly.
never really thought of that. And then when I watched this, I was like, I guess that does make sense.
That would be like if mysteriously Sedano and Kap disappeared and then Bergie, me, and you are singing a song about, we'll remember you guys, and we make billions of dollars.
I mean, I guess it was never put to me that way, though. Like, it's crazy how he wasn't even that good of. Even Biggie's mom believes he had something to do with it. How crazy
wow.
is that?
Chris, you're funny today.
Yeah, I am. You know what? Here's the thing.
Yeah, you're
tell me.
really funny today.
Yeah,
Like,
today
and
you're
not in
funny.
like a mean way.
No,
funny
I know.
in like
I'm
a funny
gonna
in
take
a
a
funny
guess.
way.
I'm going to take a guess why you're funny today. And George
geez.
pointed out you're funny today in a funny way, not even like a mean-spirited I want to start a fight and destroy your relationships kind of way. I think did you stay at home last night?
I stayed at home, but my sleep was still yellow, not in the green. But here's
Oh,
the thing. I had a late-night meeting with some uppers, if you will. Not uppers, but heavies.
Okay.
You know,
Oh, I
upper
thought you meant,
management.
uppers as in no.
Yeah, they were like, taking
Mickey's.
some stuff.
No.
And it went my way. So
It went your way,
yeah,
did it?
So I feel good.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad because again, my dream you wanted to fight everyone, and Marty
Yeah.
McSorley was telling me to kick your ass.
Yeah.
I can make you this promise in 2026.
Okay.
Less beefs, more fun.
Less beefs, more fun.
Exactly
Great
right.
slogan. I like it.
I really, really like it. It's the Sedano and Kap Morning Show 2026. Less beefs, more fun.
Ding.
Hell yeah.
I really, really like that because I think this. I think you will ultimately become a much happier Christopher Arthur Morales when you have less beefs and you have more fun. For example, perhaps, and I'm just saying perhaps, maybe this upcoming Friday night, you get on a flight, you fly to Vegas.
Oh, no, that's not.
You show up for JT's 60th birthday party.
No,
and you make amends right there on the spot.
Friday night, Stephanie and I are getting a Christmas tree for her house. We
Okay.
then have Saturday morning's pictures, holiday card pictures with Otis the bunny.
Oh,
and then
Odie.
we've got a Christmas party we're attending on Saturday night.
Okay, real quick on holiday cards. So I'm getting a lot of
Can we
messages
sell
from
that to the
friends.
Prize Picks Power Hour, maybe?
Yes, I want to talk to you guys about what you do about your holiday cards or don't do.
And we still have a couple minutes here, but let's get in the read, talking about our friends at Prize Picks, please.
Oh, yeah. Listen, if
George,
you want sports action in the
terrible.
state of California, I mean, listen, I went 3 for 3 the night before. That's your fault, okay?
No,
you listened
no,
to me. You
yeah,
thought I was going to go 4 for 4? That's your
No,
problem.
I'm never listening to you again.
I mean,
you really screwed me yesterday.
I'm sorry.
You owe me $10.
No, I don't know you crap, bro.
Yeah, you do.
You know what I'll do?
Tell me.
Less beefs, remember? More fun.
More fun, less beefs. Let's play Prize Picks.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, download the Prize Picks app. Use the promo code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y. Your first $5 lineup gets you a $50 lineup bonus. It's very simple to play Prize Picks. There's a stat projection for every player imaginable and every sport imaginable. In basketball, for example, points, rebounds, and assists. You go more, you go less. You bundle a couple together, you can win cold, hard cash.
Yep, coming up in the 9 o'clock hour, the Prize Picks Power Hour, we'll make our Prize Picks of the day. But last night, here's what happened. Bergie said, take Adrian Kempe for the Kings to score more than half of a goal, which was a demon play, which meant that instead of a $20 power play being $20 to win $60, because it was a demon play, it was $20 to win $90. So Kempe got his goal. Anthony Edwards, the Ant-Man, he only had 10 points in the first half of Minnesota's win over New Orleans. But in the second half, bro blew up. And instead of going less than 29.5 points, he went more by scoring 44 points. So unfortunately, 1 for 2 qualifies as a loss. So you know what I'm going to do today, George? I'm going to come back and I'm going to play again because I got a lot of cash in the account because I've been on fire on Prize Picks. Sorry, Nick Harvey. I know you're hitting me up on Twitter that you're following my picks and that I lost, but I blame Sedano.
Thank you, Cappy. The YouTube Hour, Prize Picks Power Hour is next.
This is the ZipRecruiter Rams Report.
Here's Travis Rogers.
The Los Angeles Rams are 9-3 after a surprising loss to the Carolina Panthers on Sunday afternoon. One of the bright spots for the Rams was the play of both of their running backs, including second-year man Blake Corum, who carried the ball 7 times for a career-high 81 yards, including a 34-yarder along the way. He also got into the end zone for the second time this season. 422 yards on the year for Blake Corum, and Kyren Williams continues to impress. 13 carries for 72 yards on the game against Carolina. He has scored 7 touchdowns this season, 868 yards on the ground for him. He continues to be part of an incredible 1-2 punch for the Rams in the backfield. The big bugaboo, Matthew Stafford, 3 turnovers on Sunday afternoon. Coming up next, the Arizona Cardinals at 1:25. With Wednesday's Rams Report, I'm Travis Rogers.
This is the ZipRecruiter Rams Report.
Powered by ZipRecruiter. Looking for your next great hire? Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
When it comes to hiring, other job sites are still huddling while ZipRecruiter's already in the end zone. That's why over 4 million businesses have used ZipRecruiter to hire, and why 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within 1 day. Get in the end zone with ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
Pechanga Resort Casino is rewarding you on another level. Bring in a rewards card from one of 16 Southern California casinos and access exclusive benefits with Pechanga's tier status match program. Qualified members can even win $25,000 club dollars. But hurry, this limited time offer ends December 31st and match statuses remain valid through January 31st, 2026. Open to new and existing Pechanga club members. Visit the club at Pechanga for more details. Must be 21 or older with valid ID.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Los Angeles International Airport's People Mover trains begin rolling early next year as part of LAX's ongoing investments to transform and improve your travel journey. The People Mover trains will quickly move guests between their terminals and our new consolidated rental car center, metro trains and buses, economy parking, and Kiss and Fly lot. The trains will make it simple and fast to get to your LAX destination in 10 minutes or less, and trains depart every 2 minutes beginning in early 2026. Learn more at lawa.org/ESPN.
What's going on, LA? It's Bethel Duran, and I love my Toyota. And nothing says reliability like Toyota and 2 great dealerships, Northridge and Windhorst Toyota. Right now, you can lease a brand new 2025 Tacoma for just $164 a month for 36 months plus tax. That's what I'm rolling in. If you're in the 818, go see my guy Reed Malib and the crew at Northridge Toyota. In the 626, go to Windhorst Toyota. They're going to make it easy.
Lease excludes tax, title, license, registration fees, and dealer offers and changes. $59.99 cash or trade equity down. Expires 12/31/25.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
So it was the fourth quarter and we're down by 5. Sweat pouring down my face. Suddenly it hit me. If only I could wrap part of the towel around my forehead. And that's how I became the first basketball player to wear a headband.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, not available in all states.
At AT&T, we guarantee our network so you can talk college football with your BFF while taking Buster to the vet.
Hey, yeah, I can't believe he ate the whole thing of chicken wings.
And I can't believe we're staging a comeback. Touchdown!
Yes! Staying connected matters. That's why in the rare event of a network outage, you'll automatically get a bill credit for a full day's service. For wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impacting 10 or more towers, must be connected to impacted tower at onset of outage. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for full details.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a good karma brands radio station.
Previously on the Sedano and Kap morning show.
Tonight is a special occasion. It's Gene's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Mean Gene.
Happy birthday. Thank you for the salmon
Mean
sperm.
Gene.
Man.
And Gene's skin does look very good. The salmon sperm.
It does. It works.
Yeah, I want injections now.
Go to Korea.
It works.
I don't know if I want to go to Korea for it.
So how about this for a night, Cappy? So we're going to Sonora Town Tacos, which is right down the street here.
Beautiful.
It's supposed to be really, really good. We're going to do that. Then we're going to come back here. We're going to go ice skating in LA Live Plaza.
You know what? What a romantic you are.
Look at this.
The tree is now up in the courtyard, beginning to feel a lot like Christmas. You know?
Yeah. And then we're going to do that, and then we're going to go to the Kings game. Dude, that's quite the night.
You going to drop the puck?
The puck? Yeah.
It's a good question. It's a legit question.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on the air.
The biggest show in ESPN LA history.
A little sabor? Yeah, I don't think people like being called hacks.
You're the güero on the radio.
Giant Mexican, horn section. And
Did you have me on your show to berate me? Is that what you're doing now?
The other thing coming out of the YouTube chat as well, a lot of people asking if Clinton Yates' sweater is itchy.
You know the answer to this. Everybody knows the answer to this. Ask your mama. That's all I got to say.
Ev, are you a Mac guy or a Windows guy?
Windows guy. Now, here's how you make these decisions in life. Whatever the free computer is whatever you are. Very simple.
I understand.
We've been doing Kim Commando here for the last 15 minutes.
Well, I mean, you have other places to talk sports. This is not the place to talk sports.
Scott Kaplan, eat a fat one, bro. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on 710 ESPN.
The all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
We're bigger than U.S. Steel.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, you want to woo-woo?
Bit boy.
Right now.
Monstrous.
Beto, I don't want to eat that. We did it, Dad. We did it.
You were riding high on the stinger last time.
Oh, big time. So, what do I get? You get to see Morales, in a G-string.
Ask your mama.
9:02 and 30 seconds. You got the bullhorn, Cappy? Welcome, Mongrels and P1s, to the Prize Picks Power Hour. The Triple P. Download the app today and use code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y, to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CAPPY to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. We will have the Prize Picks pick of the day later on. But now, he is on Comrex. How about this?
Oh, nice.
The one and only, the legend. A man who loves Columbo as much as I do. The one and only Brian Winhorse now joins us on the Prize Picks Power Hour. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning.
So, Brian, we started the day for most of the first hour here talking about what happened overnight with Chris Paul. And I'd be curious to hear your position on it because we kind of came to the conclusion that this was Chris Paul being Chris Paul, right? Not holding anything back, even putting something on Instagram recently that would lead us to believe that. He's no longer an impactful player the way he was, but so him ruffling feathers in the locker room was not met the right way, or the way maybe he had hoped. And the Clippers look silly by bringing someone back, celebrating them, and then casting him off in the middle of the night. How do you view the whole thing?
Boy, it takes a lot to get Clippers on this show, man.
You're darn right.
I don't think I've ever talked about Clippers on this show.
Wait, Brian, you want to know something real quick? 6:47 a.m. this morning, Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike on ESPN's national network sent me a message and said, well, I guess there's a reason for you to watch the Clippers and the Hawks later tonight. I mean, this is 6:47 in the morning. He's still on the air. We haven't even gotten off the air. And he knows that it takes this kind of controversy for this show to talk Clippers. Back to you, right. Brian.
Yeah, so from what I understand, this was not Chris having an issue about his role, because obviously he's had a bunch of DNPs, and when he has played, the minutes have been down, that this was not a result of that it was a result of what Chris was being vocally within the team and in the locker room, but also outside the locker room. What he felt the team was struggling with. And look, I think this is who Chris Paul is. This is not like him acting outside of what he's been for 20 years. I think the difference is that when you're an all-star or an all-NBA player, or even the starting point guard, because he was a starting point guard for 82 games last year in San Antonio, versus when you're, I don't know, if you want to argue about whether he was the 10th man or the 13th man, I don't know, whatever you want to do, it hits a little bit different. And so basically I think the Clippers felt that, correctly or incorrectly, felt that his input was not helpful to their team. I'm not taking a position on it, but obviously their actions said that. I think Chris was speaking up about the way the team was performing, and that's what happened. Now, as far as it happening in the middle of the night, I'm going to wait till I hear everything like that. Obviously, Chris said it in the middle of the night, East Coast time. Maybe that is indeed what happened. I do know that their flight was delayed 5 hours out of Miami yesterday. They were supposed to get into Atlanta in the early evening, and they didn't get in till like 10 o'clock at night. And maybe that set their entire operation a little bit off kilter yesterday. I don't know, however you want to interpret that. But either way, I think that the organization decided it would be better off if Chris wasn't around the team anymore. And we'll see whether that can, you can blame a lot of things on, you can blame a lot of factors on a 5-16 start. I don't know if you can blame, the second or third string point guard complaining, but I guess we'll find out.
Right. But if the second or third string point guard is, an unknown commodity versus a guy who was, I don't want to say a legend for your organization, because it's not like they're putting any kind of statue out in front of Crypto.com or eventually Intuit Dome. I don't think anybody's building a statue for Chris Paul. But still, given his contributions to the organization, and given that they brought him back on this very, inexpensive contract, and to your point, knowing who he has always been, just something seems very, I'll say it this way, disrespectful to his career. If you don't want him to be on the team, or you want to trade him, or even if you want to cut him, you can do that. But why do it like this, where then he gets to send out the message and he gets to make them look bad?
Well,
there's
I would
agree.
More
to the story.
I would agree. The decision and the rollout of how it became public are two different things. Obviously the rollout of how it became public was owned by Chris and made the Clippers look very bad. And so that is one way to look at it. The actual decision about sending him home is a different topic altogether. This team didn't think it was going to be 5-16. In all honesty, and this comes from not just me evaluating their roster. I watched some of them in the preseason. I thought they were very impressive in the preseason. There was a preseason game where they played. A game was on ESPN, in fact. George, I don't even know. Maybe you had the sidelines of this game.
No, Malika did that game. Yeah.
Malika. They played the Nuggets in a preseason game that I think it was in L.A.
You and I were in the studio.
Right. That's right. Of course we were.
Yeah.
That was as high of a level as a preseason game I've seen in 10 years.
Right.
I don't want to say it was like game 8, but it was played at a higher level of intensity than we're seeing some of these games that are played on Tuesday, Wednesday night in the league right now. And I watched that game, watched how impressive they were, and I saw, how, they finished last season, which was so strong. And, they lost that series by the flick of an eye in that Aaron Gordon play doesn't go in, it changes the whole series. I didn't think I wouldn't have picked them ahead of the Thunder, but you could have made a case for me that they would have gotten to the Western Finals. And so when they add Chris Paul, they're thinking that they're adding a veteran to this team who, if he could help them win 1/4 of a playoff game, or if he could help them on 3 or 4 possessions in a playoff game in May, that investment is worth it. They're not bringing him in to be the guy who's going to be speaking up in film sessions when you've lost your 7th out of 8. Okay. And so it's gone sideways, and Chris Paul doesn't fit on a team where he's barely playing and he's complaining about, not complaining, it depends on where I don't want to say complaining. Yeah. He's commenting on things up and down. So I think the whole situation got turned on its side, and the paradigm with Chris. Plus, frankly, guys, he's playing poorly. He got benched at one point. He's shooting 30%. He's having trouble against, pressure defense that in a way that he's never had in his career before. So all of those things, play into the fact why this didn't work. It doesn't explain why they would have this happen in the middle of a road trip in the middle of the night. That is true.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, I blame them. Like, if anyone knew who Chris Paul was at the core, it was them. So, to be surprised that even at this stage of his career, he's still going to be Chris Paul and he's going to tell people what he thinks. I feel like, hey, man, shame on you.
Hey,
you knew what you were getting yourself into.
George, I think you're right. And I know they had those conversations when this all started, and they were like, hey, are we sure we want to do this?
Yeah.
And they got to a place where they said, okay, the answer is yes, we do.
Yeah.
Clearly, it was a miscalculation. But I would just say that the one thing the Clippers are leading the league in is miscalculations about this season.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. There's no doubt about that.
I mean, while George says, I blame them because they knew who he was, right? You know who I blame in all of this, Windy?
He's waiting for you to say who.
No, I know. Yeah. I like the drama of the silence there for a second. Who, Cappy? Windy, I'll tell you who I blame in all of this. I blame Kawhi. Because if you're 5-16 and you've put all your eggs into the Kawhi basket, and my man is only playing 50% of the time, well, dude, when you tell everybody, hey, we got to get better, bro, you got to play. And if Kawhi Leonard, let's just say he would.
Well, his comments about needing more talent also was stunning, considering his lack of play or availability.
If you told me that Kawhi has played 16 of 21 games, I would tell you that chances are their record might be different. But the fact that Kawhi Leonard, this is what I said to George earlier, the miscalculation, that's the exact word I used, was they didn't realize that Kawhi was retiring going home. He'd already won his 2 championships. He'd already been completely decorated. He already had Hall of Fame credentials. He comes home and it's like, I do, I don't, I don't know. I'm home, I'm happy, and I got all this money. The miscalculation is depending on Kawhi Leonard.
Yes, that's a bigger. They made that decision 6 years ago, and in some ways are still paying for it. This year the games that Kawhi missed was because he had a foot injury. Like, he's not sitting out back-to-backs. He's not taking games off for management or telling them that I'm not going to play. What did he say that one year? I'm not going to play in the first half, or I'm not going to play in the first quarter or whatever. Like, that's a little bit different. He's actually, by his standards, had the gas pedal down. He played really well at the end of last season. He played really well at the start of this season. He's actually played pretty well the last few games. He's got 39, 30, and 36 the last 3 games. I agree, George. I got to tell you that I almost would encourage you to go look at the video clip of that interview that Kawhi gave, which I think was about a week ago.
Yeah.
I'm not sure after which game it was, but it was in LA. And he said, we got to get the right lineups on the court. We got to get some more talent, play with better talent, and see what happens. And the reporters who are hearing it, realize that he just slammed both some players on his team and the coaching staff in the same breath.
Yep.
And asked follow-up questions. And Kawhi, by Kawhi standards, because you're never going to see him emote, he almost immediately backed down. He was like, no, I was just saying we just got to play better. Like you could almost tell in the moment that when those words came out of his mouth that he knew like he had gone too far. That was an unusual thing. And, I just know from talking to folks within that locker room, that was not well received.
Oh, I mean,
I'm not
I would
saying that
imagine.
like in the grandiose thing, of the things that are bothering the Clippers are a crap team this year because they're the oldest team in league history playing when the league's never played faster. And they've gone from a team that defends every single night. They were the number 3 defensive team last year. They are now 27th. That is a catastrophic fall off. There is no team in history that's going to go from 3rd to 27th in defense and not be having a miserable season. Those are the reasons that the Clippers are 5-16. However, Kawhi missing that stretch of games in the middle where they totally lost their momentum, and the fact that, and James Harden has kind of said things like this too.
Yeah, he actually made a similar comment that same night where he was asked about like how hard is it to manage the team with the veterans and the young kids, because they do play, in theory, they're trying to play some of these young guys, and he just kind of rolled his eyes like, man, it's really tough.
Exactly. So
yeah.
Harden and Kawhi have, I think what they're saying is, why are we playing these two-way guys? And the reason that Ty Lue is playing the two-way guys is because when they played the old guys, it was like they were running in concrete, and every team was flying up and down the court past them because they were so old and slow. And they calculated that the only chance that we have is by putting some guys with some legs on the court. And so what it sounds like to me is that Kawhi and James have not been happy about that. So it wasn't just Chris Paul complaining about it, but that statement that Kawhi made was definitely out of character for him. He typically says next to nothing. Much less something that would be perceived as like sort of cutting against his own team and coaching staff. So this is not just a Chris Paul thing going on, but if you're looking to eliminate distraction, it's easier to do that with a guy who, again, is your second or third string as opposed to the two guys that you need to have any chance at all.
I do want to switch to the Lakers here, but before that, Lindsay does have the audio. And to your point, I mean, I've never heard him say anything close to this, but this is what he said last week.
Yeah, and before you play this, just listen to how, when he gets the follow-up question, listen to how...
I don't think we have the follow-up. I think it's just the original comment. Yeah.
Okay.
Just got to get the right lineups on the court, I guess. Get some more talent, play with better talent, and see what happens.
Wow. So let me ask you this, Wendy. So do you think that everything you said about Kawhi and how he's performed well when available, and the things you said about Harden and his frustration with, playing the younger guys versus, as you point out, older guys who look like they're running in concrete, if Chris Paul is an older guy and he's not really a contributor, do you think that his commentary has made Kawhi and Harden say to their front office people, like, what are we doing here, man? We got this old guy who's part of the history of the organization who has nothing to do with making us better. We got him talking crap about us. Get him out of here. And they're so invested in these two guys that, their opinion would matter.
Yeah, and I would also say Brian alluded to it earlier, Cap, which is if Chris Paul was still a guy playing 25, 30 minutes a night and contributing to winning and, not at this stage of his career, you put up with that stuff, right? And, you sit there and you meet with, the guys receive it differently. The coaches receive it differently. The coaches buffer it differently. But when you're at this stage, I would imagine whether it's the coaching staff and the players alike and the front office even to some extent, they're like, yeah, you know what? We just don't need this.
Yeah,
this is
pain in the ass.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I know you want to talk about the Lakers, but something fascinating did happen in the last Clipper game in Miami on Monday night. They gave up 14 3-pointers in the first half alone to the Heat. Yeah. The Heat were having a great shooting night. The Heat are actually on a really good streak right now. I'm sure George can elaborate if you'd like. But they give up 14 threes on 21 in the first half. So they just get destroyed on the three-point line. So they come out in the second half. I assume that Ty in the halftime might have alluded to covering the three-point line. I don't know for sure, but I suspect. And they give up in the first 85 seconds of the second half, they give up 3 more three-pointers to the Heat. Ty calls timeout, okay, and benches his entire starting lineup.
Yeah.
Okay. he puts in the second string. The second string gets a shot clock violation and then gives up another 3-pointer. This is the Clippers experience 2025 so far. So, but like in Harden in that game, by the way, there have been a lot of nights this year where Harden has been the only thing the Clippers have had going. He has been carrying them. However, in that game, he was as bad as I've ever seen him. He was minus 39 in 20 minutes. So, there's also this sort of thing that's happening right now where they're trying to keep a hold of the rope on the team, I think is what you're also seeing. I think Chris Paul is just one aspect of what's going on.
George, you said you wanted to transition to the Lakers. To do that, let me just ask this question. Maybe it's from out of left field. Maybe you guys think it'll be ridiculous, but here it goes. Do you think that the Lakers have any use for or desire?
Well, they can't add him. They because of the way the salary cap situation is, they need to relieve some salary to make even that happen.
But just a question, more globally speaking, without getting into the nitty-gritty details of what they'd have to do, better than I do. But do the Lakers, or would they, or would LeBron, would anybody want Chris Paul on the Lakers?
So this is actually part of a bigger conversation. Again, this is probably better for a podcast than a live radio show. The Clippers can't do anything with him right now. I know that you may have seen some places the Clippers have released him. They have not.
They've not.
The Clippers really can't afford to release him. First off, he cannot be traded until December 15th. That's number one.
Wow. Okay.
Secondly, the Clippers only have $1 million left under the hard cap for them. And they only have 14 players. You're required to have 14. So if you cut Chris Paul today, I've seen it out there in headlines, he's cut. He's not cut. But let's just say you cut him today, you would be required to sign a 14th player, and they can't afford to.
So
they could afford to if they didn't sign the player until January. But just so you know, while in case anybody follows up, Chris Paul is still a Clipper and probably will be until something gets figured out. And if you're asking me about whether or not he could play for another team, yes, but it would be up to him, I'm sure. And there are lots of teams that have issues with roster spots and stuff like that. So it's not as simple. I do think this transitions to the Lakers, though, which is the Lakers, they're 15-5. They got I think they've got the second best record in the West. I think they got the number 2 record in the West right now. Is that right?
Yes.
At the start of the season, if you guys said to me, should the Lakers be focused on using the swap and the pick that they traded for Mark Williams initially? Should they be focused on using this all these expiring contracts that they have? Should they really try to upgrade this roster? I would have said probably not, because ultimately I don't think this team I didn't think was beating the Thunder. I didn't think was beating the Rockets or was beating the Nuggets. I don't know if they could beat the Wolves, quite frankly.
Right.
That's what I would have said to you in October, is I would have tried to make the best of this year with LeBron and roll with these 3 guys and see how they can go. They're 15-5, and they haven't even played their top-level basketball yet. And so I do think that the Lakers, as a team that could really – because I think they've got more gears to go to, and they're 15-5. I think that this is a team that could look at a stopgap move or potentially a peak. Because if you're going to dip into the swap and the pick – and I know that you could trade more picks in the summer, and that's one of the reasons why you wouldn't. As long as you were doing this for a player who fit with Luka going forward, or guys, with the way the league is going and with some teams that I think that are just going to potentially just look to – I think expiring contracts could get you some rental talent this year. So forgetting about Chris Paul, talking about the Laker conversation about what Rob Pelinka should be thinking about here, because December 15th is when trade season begins, because the players who were signed last year, like Chris Paul, can be traded. It's 2 more weeks, so we're not there yet. But I think the Lakers, basically, I'm in my head, I think they should be buyers.
Okay.
And I don't, I think that comes with an asterisk and with nuance and conversation about what to buy. But the Lakers can look themselves in the mirror and say, if we add a real piece, especially a piece that can defend, help us defend, like they could be a team that could win multiple playoff series. I think that this team is structured that way.
So Brian, last time we had you on a couple weeks ago, we talked about a Herb Jones-like player, right?
And I went scouting.
And Cappy went scouting, right? He went to the Pelicans game. Another guy I look at is, and I've done a number of his games over the last couple of years. Keon Ellis is another kind of player that I would look at. Now, again, I'm sure 24 other teams are looking at Keon Ellis like they are looking at Herb Jones. But to me, those are the type of players that if I'm the Lakers, I'm looking at trying to add, because the Lakers' Achilles heel to me is they don't defend the ball very well, okay? So they're going to be a bottom third defensive team unless they add some type of talent like that to help them, particularly on the perimeter. I mean, in this last game against Phoenix, they've had their challenges against good teams already this season, but Phoenix is one of these teams that plays hard every night. They are going to go and bust their ass to beat you. And, we saw Luka have 9 turnovers. Austin had a high turnover game. LeBron did not play well. And they got demolished in transition. Like, to me, a lot of that also is just finding guys that can defend in the half court, because they struggled there too, and also guys that can help you even in transition, even if things look bleak, just being able to get back, which is a thing I think they struggle with as well.
Yeah, I mean, that game, so it was their third game in 4 nights. Obviously, LeBron just didn't have it. And you have a Suns team that runs deep and runs fast. Like, their strategy every night is to play with athleticism and play with speed. I mean, they're going – the guys that they're bringing in 8, 9 off the bench are coming in and running up and down the court. That is, especially when the Lakers have a rest disadvantage, like that's a situation where you say Phoenix was definitely in the advantage. But the top line on the scouting report when you play the Lakers is make them run.
Yeah,
I mean that's the top line, and ideally, you got Luka complaining at the officials, and he's not even doing whatever he does when he normally gets back, and now you're really in business, which kind of happened a little bit in that game too. And so, something that could be an antidote to that. But I think there's going to be a market out there, and of course you're going to say, well, what players, what names, and I'm not ready to get aggregated on a Wednesday December 3rd.
Again, I'll do it for you. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
There are guys. So here's the thing, guys. There's going to be some potentially bigger name guys who are going to be available, who are going to be available just for expiring money. Mm-hmm. And the Lakers have expiring money, and Rob Pelinka is going to have to make a decision, because here's the thing. Like, this is what I said in October. In October, I said I have no idea who's going to be on the Lakers roster next year. I know Luka will be on the team. After that, probably Austin is not going anywhere, but even he's unrestricted, right? I mean, like, it's up to him, not up to the Lakers. So I still don't know the answer to that. So, you have 2 options. You can either lean into that and trade for another piece that potentially, you can maybe rent. And like I said, I think there's going to be a rental market available. Or you can say, let's invest in somebody who we know is actually going to be there next year and the year after and the year after that. Let's go invest in a piece that we could see being alongside. And I think Herb Jones is that type of piece.
All right,
if you're going to dip into the draft assets, you're going to want a piece that you think is going to be there with Luka in 2028.
All right.
But if you don't have to dip into the draft asset, because that's the thing, it's been something that the Pelinka's had a challenge with in the past is making trades without dipping into the draft assets. And I'm telling you, I think this year, because of what's happening in the league, and there's going to be some teams who want to tank with this draft class, I think you may be able to have that pathway where you could just send expiring contracts out and get a player back who could help you, even materially.
Okay, Brian, I know we only got about 2 minutes here, and thank you so much for the time as always.
Always.
Lakers aside, and all that stuff is interesting information, is something certainly to keep an eye on moving forward. In the NBA, everyone loves looking on the internet and scouring people's social media.
That's where I'm going.
And Giannis has allegedly, expunged his social media of many things.
One thing other than Kobe.
Milwaukee related. I don't know about the Lakers per se, but just what do you make of the Giannis situation, social media stuff aside?
The Giannis situation is very clear to me. And I know that Shams didn't report this until the trades talks were already over, and it happened in the beginning of football season, so people weren't paying attention. But Giannis went to the Bucks and said, "Would you trade me to the Knicks in August?" People are like, "Do you think Giannis will be?" Guys, he already asked. Oh, he asked. Well, where's he want to go? He already told them. He told them, "I'm interested in going to the Knicks." Now, I don't understand why he did this in August, because for various reasons we don't have time for right now. The Knicks were not in position to trade for him then. I don't understand why it was the Knicks and Knicks. I mean, I can guess why it's the Knicks, but why it was a one-team thing. But Giannis has, by the way, Doc Rivers said a bunch of things. John Horst said things. Giannis said things. Nobody said that they denied that reporting, because it was true. It happened. So, yes, Giannis is seeing a future without being in Milwaukee. And yes, he has a preference, and that's the Knicks. So the follow-up is, well, does that mean he could get traded to the Knicks or somewhere else now? I don't know. But the question that people are asking, does he scrub his social media? Oh, my gosh, is he angry at the Bucks? Forget about that. That conversation is already over. He's already made that clear.
Yeah.
That was what I was going to ask, George. That's exactly what I was going to ask. Is it even remotely possible to think that with everything you said about the Lakers, the start, which is great, and going all in potentially for a piece that would be longer term, might we hear the name Giannis come into that conversation?
Yeah, well, we'll wait and see. How about that? Brian,
here's the thing, guys. Yeah. For him to be a Laker, Giannis has to go to the Bucks and say, trade me to the Lakers. That's what has to happen. Forget about what the Lakers can offer. The Lakers can't win a bidding war.
Right.
The only way it happens you can make a case for it, but just so you know, he told them he wanted to be a Knick in August. So, Shams said it. Nobody said that wasn't true.
Right.
It's a shame, man. We could use Nico Harrison to get involved in this whole thing and just bring Giannis directly to the Lakers.
Right. Well, listen, Brian, thank you so much for the time as always, brother. We'll talk to you soon.
Take care,
Wendy.
guys.
See you.
Love you, Wendy.
My Columbo brother, Brian Winhorse. 9:32.
You like that concept, do you, George?
On the Sedano and Kap Morning Show. It was good. Prize Picks Power Hour. The big CY Quentin Yates is going to join us in a moment. But first, Sedano and Cappy, tell us about our friends at the PP Prize Picks.
Yeah, listen, it's very simple. You want sports action in the state of California, download the Prize Picks app. Use the promo code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y. Your first $5 lineup gets you a $50 lineup bonus. And Prize Picks is simple to play, too, okay? It's more, it's less. There's a stat projection for every player imaginable and every sport imaginable. In basketball, we'd look at points, rebounds, assists, or a combination thereof. You bundle a couple together, you can win cold, hard cash, Cappy.
Thinking about tonight, George, I'm thinking about the Clippers, all this controversy, right? Thinking about what I might consider playing with the Clippers tonight. Like, for example, you think a guy like James Harden has a big night because of all this controversy? Or
he's got to have a bounce. He had a pretty rough game, to Brian's point, against Miami, so you would think he'd have a bounce-back game because he's fairly consistent during the regular season.
How about this? James Harden tonight against Atlanta, in Atlanta, 4:30 tip today. More or less than 25.5 points because he's coming off a game where he only had 11. I think more or less.
Oh, you're asking me after you wanted me to give you $10 earlier?
So that whatever you tell me, I'll do the opposite.
Well, I would say more in this situation.
Well, look, that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to encourage everybody else to do it too. Download the Prize Picks app. Use the code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y. Make your first $5 lineup. You're going to get $50 instantly in your account. And, oh, by the way, go down to the bottom right corner of the app. It says profile. You follow me. I'll follow you. And then hopefully, Nick Harvey, I'll give you better plays. I won't listen to Sedano. We'll all blame Sedano.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
9:33, the Prize Picks Power. I'm going to pot you guys down if you could reset because you know what's happening. Yes, the Russians are attacking. Meanwhile, let me tell you this. You can leave this bed plain. Why not? It's a Rams watch party with a massive prize. Join ESPN LA on Thursday, December 18th at Kelsey's inside Pachanga Resort Casino. It's free to join. Head to ESPNLA.com right now and sign up to save your spot. Here's why. you could join us for a chance to play in Sua Craven's foursome. Oh, Sua! At the Journey course at Pechanga, an absolutely beautiful golf course. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, the official California gaming and casino partner of the Los Angeles Rams. The Pechanga Prize Picks Power Hour continues in 2 minutes when Clinton Yates, the big CY, joins us, and he's not wearing an itchy sweater today. That's next on ESPN LA.
Your Lakers, your season, your home.
Tomorrow, the Purple and Gold start a 3-game road trip as they invade Toronto.
Grabbed by Luka. Here come the Lakers quickly into the front court. Luka down the middle, pulls up. 3-pointer by Luka, good.
Your LA Lakers battle the Toronto Raptors. Coverage begins tomorrow at 3 p.m.
The Lake Show lives here. 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Hey guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256 or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game, avnergatt.com.
The biggest show on the radio. Mason and Ireland on 710.
I think Timmy, if he plays like the way he played in the G League, could work his way up to a standard contract. Don't you, Michael?
Oh, yeah. He's a good player. I'm surprised he's taking this long to
Why
get into the
has it
league.
taken so long? He doesn't have the quote-unquote measurable.
Oh, measurable.
He's kind of got a dad bod.
Looks like Travis.
He looks like a 6'9" Travis Rogers. Oh, okay.
Hang with Mason and Ireland every weekday afternoon from noon to 3 on ESPN Los Angeles.
9:36.
This is how we do's
The
it.
Sedano Kap Morning Show on the Prize Picks Power Hour.
This
Happy
is how we do's it.
57th birthday to Montel Jordan.
$100 bills, y'all.
Yes, indeed. Clinton Yates, the big CY, is in studio now. He can't stop looking at JJ Watt's
you
teeth.
messed me up for
Because
the
I pointed out,
segment.
look how bright and white
His
his teeth are.
look like a lighthouse. This is insane.
Oh, my God. I would love to get my teeth whitened.
No, bro.
He's
These
got-
are not real
Yeah,
teeth.
yeah, he's got something else. Him and Freddie Freeman should do like a show just dedicated to teeth.
$100 bills, y'all. If you were from where I'm from, then Clinton, you would know.
Yeah.
To be fair, I'm sure you guys talked about this earlier, but this song reminds me of the individual who passed today or whose news was
Elden
brought up
Campbell?
today.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Rest
is that era.
RIP,
They were the
Elden
same
Campbell.
age,
Yeah.
and that was at a time when I feel like the Lakers were likable
Yes.
on a national level without it being some big cult thing. It was like, no, they just had cool dudes on their team.
Yeah,
Nick
no.
the Quick being one of them. That guy was one of my favorite players in the history of all time. That said, Eldon Campbell, Clemson legend, rest in peace. That guy had a smooth game underneath. Could get
This
down
is
around
a
the
tight
basket very
segue
well.
for me to make. It's a tough one that
Yeah.
I'm going to transition.
You know.
But I'm going to do it because I already had it planned. We had it planned in here.
What? Tell me.
Clinton, you want to play Swing Your Sausage?
Sure. Why not?
It's a wacky Wednesday.
Yeah, whatever that means.
It's a
do I have
party
to
game.
disrobe?
No, Lindsay's
Okay.
holding up the box.
Oh.
It's a game.
I'm kind of a little jealous
Okay.
right now, Clinton, because I really wanted to play this game too.
Oh, is that
We
right?
can wait for you, Cappy, if you really want to.
So
we are
what do
we're
I have
running
to
a
do
little
here?
low on time, but
I feel like Casey Kasem having to make that transition
Hey!
when he had to go from.
That's one of the classic radio
yeah.
bits where it's like, don't go from a slow song into a.
we have
It's ponderous, man.
Yeah.
Ponderous.
we have
So what do
Swing
we
Your
do?
Sausage, or we also have the what is this called? The reaction
I'd
time
way
game.
rather swing my sausage than deal
Oh,
with whatever
okay.
those things are.
But
You know, you were in the open today, and
Where's
now
that?
you're going to be in the open tomorrow.
Oh, even better. Yeah, that's good.
Sure
that's good.
is.
That's
After
do you-
that comment.
you want to know this is the silly sausage swinging party game.
Okay.
I mean,
And then there's the box, right?
I'm not sure if we could play this without you, though, Cappy.
I really want to play that sausage game. I like Swing Your Sausage. That's like my kind of game, I think.
The contents of this game are 2 sausage swingers,
Okay, that would be me and Clinton.
10 hot dog buns,
Oh.
1 inflatable
Buds.
ball,
Yeah. Potato rolls? No.
12 hot dog tokens in 12 mini card games.
Potato rolls are good, Clinton.
Yeah.
So here's what
I
it
like
says
a
on
good
the
Hawaiian
box.
Notice Sedano hasn't
Me
checked
too.
in on the swing your sausage part of the show yet.
Your thoughts,
George, you want to swing it or what?
Yeah, I'll let you guys swing it. I'll observe from here.
It's for kids 3 and up, you
Who
know.
would have thought Sedano was a watcher?
What is this?
The race to dip your sausage into the buns.
What is
in
the actual
Squatwurst.
game here, though? Like, you're holding a box
So-
up. I don't understand what's actually happening.
I can. I'll come in studio and
Yeah,
sit
come on
next to you
in.
and explain.
Come on in.
All right.
Bring the
here we
box.
go. Here we go.
Make sure you got headphones.
There's enough
All right.
light in here because we got J.J. Watt on the screen. Good Lord.
Look at those teeth, man.
Hey, Big CY, how's
Yes.
that sweater? Is it pretty itchy or what?
No, we're good. It's a full zip, by the way.
he's got a shirt
for you
underneath
quarter
it.
zip dorks out there, by the way. Quarter zips are not for me.
Really?
Quarter zips are not. They are a useless clothing item, in my opinion. You can't zip it all the way down and take it off with ease.
But you're not a golfer.
And it doesn't do much for you in terms of what's that zipper doing.
And in fairness, it's a big golfer. That's where it started,
Yes,
and
I
then it became a
understand.
thing.
But it's also like it's the corporate America's lazy man's outfit. Is
Yeah,
what it is.
you're
You
right.
don't have to iron your shirt.
Yes.
I get that.
Yeah,
But I don't wear clothes like that. Oh,
They're so in.
they're
Quarter
very.
zip.
I do love quarter zips. I do like them.
Wow.
I like them when all the NBA coaches wear them.
Now, do you
He's
like
a-
the quarter
he's a
zip?
meaty
You like half
sausage.
Big fan.
Do you like half zip or just quarter zip?
full zip. Look, I'm wearing
Well,
a
no,
full zip.
I'm
right
wearing
now.
a full zip today
Yeah,
too.
I go full zip.
But
No,
I'll go half
quarter.
zip.
No, I
Quarter
like
zip.
quarter zip.
Yeah, but what
I'll do
happens
them
if you
both.
got to take that bad boy off? Like stop, drop, and roll kind of situation. What happens then?
You drop it to the quarter spot and
When
take
you're
it off.
okay,
head.
so you know what? Since we're speaking about sausages, if you're in the gamble spot,
Since we're speaking about sausages,
if you're in the
are
gamble
we?
spot and you got to go disrobe, what's the move with a quarter zip?
Wait a minute. What?
Unzip to
Wait,
the
if you're in the
quarter
what?
space, then
If
The
you're in the
gamble
what?
spot, as in like you're
Like
you're in the throws and the clothes need to be removed.
it's not
because you
hard
got to
to take
scrape?
off. No,
Because you're
no.
going scrape or you're going to the naughty?
You're going to the naughty.
Oh.
What
just
do you
take
do?
the whole thing
How
off.
do you rip
Yeah.
that off? in
You
any
take it
sort of
all
way?
What are
off.
you talking about? It's a quick move.
It's not a
It's not a
quarter
quick
zip.
move. You haven't done it yet.
Show us what happens,
didn't take
Bertie.
it-
Show us what happens on
Okay.
Mean Gene's
In
birthday.
real time.
Yes.
Okay.
No, just take the whole thing off. Yeah.
Zip.
Oh, yeah.
Sure. Oh, look at
Bernie,
it. He's taking
no,
the whole
see,
thing
that's what I'm
off.
saying. You
Glasses,
affect
shirt.
You affect
Ew.
the whole operation
Ugh.
by getting the quarter zip off. That is exactly my point. It is
a
not
six-pack on
a
that.
clean
Oh,
transition.
Definitely not a
That's
six-pack.
all
Oh,
I'm
six
saying.
pack of Modelo, I meant.
It's not a
Wow.
clean transition. This sausage
Wow.
has a string on it, by the way.
Can't wait to hear what the reaction's going to be on YouTube for that move.
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
I'm just saying, like when you're
A little much.
frequently removing your clothes, quarter zips don't get it done.
I just paused it because I just got it on YouTube. I just paused it when his glasses come off, his shirt comes off, his belly's exposed, his boobs are
too
out.
much.
I mean,
oh,
my
so
God.
bad. Oh, I saw
By
it
the way,
too. That's
see why?
awful.
See why I take off the quarter zip when I got to scrape too.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Yeah, you
I don't
gotta
like
get
a lot
Do you
of-
hang it up?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to get comfy.
yeah, and or like in this jacket, which is a full zip, I'll take this off and hang it up.
Okay, but that's an easier move because you can fully zip it down
Either
and
way,
you don't
I-
have to,
I don't want
Also,
a lot of layers while I'm trying
this
to
is
scrape.
going to sound kind of pretentious, but what's new? Quarter zips also don't work if you like have makeup on, which in the TV world was a real thing for me. Like you can't take it on and off. It's like you're messing up the stuff. I didn't like. I don't like quarter zips.
Remember how we said you said my end of the year list?
Yeah.
Nice guy, bad guy.
I'm a bad guy now. Bad
Well,
guy.
because of that comment.
It's true though. You can't pull it over your
But-
head
but Chris-
without messing up your face.
Don't forget, going into 2026, and we start now, it's less beef and more fun.
Well, that's true, and Clinton brings a lot of fun.
Yes.
With that comment about, oh, you can't wear a quarter zip because of the makeup.
It's
man.
true. Hey,
I
look at
can't
me.
wear the quarter zip on E1 because of the makeup.
E1.
E1.
Okay, I've never said E1
Oh,
on
George
this
says
show.
George
says it
That's
all the
George.
time.
All right, I
We
was
get it
gonna
all
say.
the time.
E2.
George, am I
Yeah.
wrong about quarter zips being difficult to take on and off if you've got like hair or makeup situations?
Yeah, because you can get it dirty, of course.
Right, exactly. Thank you. See? Appreciate that.
All right, so
You got to wipe the makeup off first.
I know, but that's, I try to be more versatile than that.
can't
Anyway,
you do
sorry,
the
Liz.
thing where you take like the tissue and put it on your neck and like
Again, that's
swap it
way
out?
more work than I'm willing to attend. This is a very complicated game. There's like
No, no.
150 words
Does it-
inside of this box.
So it doesn't have to be, but I will say that due to time constraints, I think we should just kind of like tease this till Cappy comes back
Okay, yeah.
because we're not playing this without you, Cappy.
There's a word
Listen,
that
I
starts
wanna
with P
play.
and ends with Asian on this box that I
Let me
thought
just-
said something else. and
I'll
I was
start
like,
by
oh.
explaining. So there's a set of cards that have different game rules on them, if you will. So you pick one, like this one, for example. How to play. When the first player is ready and their sausage is steady, count down 3, 2, 1.
Three,
swing
two.
your
Yeah,
sausage.
so here's that.
Swing that thing.
So,
So
how are
then
we
you
swinging
start a
it?
timer and you swing your sausage and try to knock over all the buns as fast as possible.
And does the game come with buns?
Luckily, we got 2 weeks of best of because I have a feeling the swing your sausage bit is going to appear a few times.
So you put like this belt on. It's basically just like a piece of Velcro.
It's
and
a sausage
you,
belt.
You put this around your waist. Listen, I'm not even kidding you. Here,
What?
Clinton, you can demonstrate.
I'm not putting this is.
You have
I'll
to.
do it.
That's the bit.
Yeah, come on, Clinton. Steady your
I'm
sausage,
putting
bro.
my arms around Clinton with this situation.
Wow. Oy vey. Look what's going on here. Hey, jeez. Lindsay is now wrapping around Clinton's waist, around his really cool full zip sweater.
Hold on, I got the
She is
headphones on
wrapped
the
around a, I don't even know, what it's like some
Has
kind of
Sedano
a belt.
signed off yet? Or?
It's just a
Sedano's
piece of
done. Yes.
Velcro.
Oh.
He's done with us.
And now you need to thread the cord of your sausage through the.
Oh,
the
so I'm
belt.
gonna have to do like a hip gyration situation.
Yes, exactly.
Oh yeah, let's
Somebody
go.
ride the pony
Tell
here.
your mom to tune in.
So we've got we've got a ball that is inflatable, and this will be part of the games. One of the games is.
No,
There
I have
you go.
nothing to
This
do with
is
this.
exactly what you
Oh
do.
my God! Look at him swing that sausage.
All right, that's enough of that. Yeah, that's enough.
We'll
of
be
that.
back with Swing Your Sausage on. What do you want to do this next Wacky Wednesday, Kevin?
Let's do it Monday.
Monday. Okay, Monday.
guys gotta pay
Or
this
are you going to
premium
be in
content
Monday,
to get that.
Tuesday? You're not going to be in Wednesday next week?
Me?
By the way, we might as well do this on the air. That way I don't have to send the email. I got
No,
a
let's do it.
cardiologist
Let's do it
appointment.
now. Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
here's the thing.
Yeah.
George's final day with us is Wednesday, December 17th, correct?
But he's in Vegas.
No, hold on. Sedano?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Cappy, your final day with us is Friday, December 19th, correct?
Correct, Amundo.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure we're clear on that. And then the Sedano and Cap holiday special begins until Monday, January 5th.
That is
Schedule talk,
unfreaking
just
believable.
sausage.
Clinton, how do you feel about doing like a whole show of Swing Your Sausage on the 19th with Cappy?
Who says I don't
Or at least
already?
a show.
Who says I haven't
like that.
already? You got to
I
pay
would
extra
like
for that. Yeah. No, this is a weird game for sure.
So those 2 days we're going to have try to have Trudell and Beto
Okay.
split them up. And then
Nice.
CY, you have your show.
What days are those?
Then
Sorry.
afterwards come in.
I was
They're
listening.
Thursday, Friday.
The
Thursday,
18th and
Friday
19th.
of 18th and 19th?
Yeah.
Yep.
I will I be here? I will be here. Okay.
So Mongrel, stay tuned.
Yeah, because I don't go off until the next week, so that works.
I already took the sausage off. What the heck?
Got better things to do with my sausage and swinging and
Okay.
Beautiful.
All right, 9:46. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you, Lindsay.
Let me get the Alf theme ready so we could do the prize picks pick of the day. We'll see
Okay.
how many times we have to loop it today for you.
Yeah, about 4 or 5 times.
You
I'd
think so?
say.
Oh, you got the Alf theme there? All right. Time for the prize
Sir.
picks pick of the day, Cappy.
All right, George, here goes. You ready?
Sure.
I'm thinking tonight I want to go Clippers Hawks. Okay? So I think I'm going to play James Harden tonight for more than 25.5 points. He's not coming off of a good scoring performance. Last game out was 11 points. We're just trying to find it again now here. 25.5. And last time out against Miami, he only scored 11. We talked to Brian Winhorst about Ty Lue benching the entire starting team. Previous to that, against Dallas, he scored 29, then 23 against Memphis, and 29 against the Lakers. I'm going to play James Harden for more than 25.5 points tonight for the Clippers. Now, who do you think for the Hawks is a playable guy tonight? I'm taking a look here. Dyson Daniels has a lot going on.
What's Jalen
here.
Johnson's number?
All right, Jalen Johnson. Here goes. I've got Jalen Johnson at more than 5.5 3-pointers. And that's a demon play, by the way. I've got Jalen Johnson at more than 7.5 assists now. Oh, let's take a look here. 17.5 field goals attempted. 50.5 fantasy points. 24.5 points total, George. What do you think? More or less on Jalen Johnson, 24.5?
It'll be interesting because he's been on a real heater lately.
Yep, 29 against Detroit, 41 against Philadelphia, 29 against Cleveland. In his
And how
last
many
3
shots
games.
do they say he's going to attempt?
Let's see here. I've got him at 24.5 points as far as shots. 4.5 free throws made. 17.5 field goals attempted.
Yeah, I would go more on 17.5 field goal attempted.
Okay, his last few games, 17. Prior to that, 21 and 18. So we like more than 17.5 field goals attempted, correct?
Well, yeah, I mean, again, that also then changes how many times he goes to the free throw line, though, too. That also is a factor because those don't count as field goal attempts. So that's a tricky number, but yeah, look, I mean, no Trae Young. He's going to have to score. He's going to have to put up shots. So if you want to do the 24.5 on the points, too, I guess that's possible.
So you would go more on 24.5.
Well, no Trae Young. He's going to have to score.
All right, here's my play. Jalen Johnson tonight, more than 24.5 points. James Harden tonight, more than 25.5 points. It's a 2-pick power play. It's $20 to win $60, and I am submitting my lineup right now. That is our prize pick of the day.
Couple quick things I want to ask you guys. George, do you take anything from the fact that Clippers announcement happened at 2:45 a.m. while the team was on the East Coast?
Yeah, I mean, not great timing. I'm sure Lawrence Frank was on the trip, told him, late in the game when they arrived, wherever they arrived, and then he took control of the message. This is what Brian was telling us, and put it out there. But yeah, usually those conversations are going to happen when you arrive at the next place. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The timing of it, odd. Yes, but also not incredibly odd based on the way things generally go with travel. Yeah. I just think it looks silly because you knew what you were getting into. Wait, Chris Paul was going to be vocal about things around the organization and players and coaches in the front office? That's your fault for bringing him in if you didn't expect him to be Chris Paul.
Second thing, you said you played the Alf music, Chris?
And by the way, I say that in a way that I appreciate Chris Paul's candidness.
No, I get it.
I'm not saying that as a negative.
Yeah, I think we got him a bad guy like Morales is.
3 loops today.
Okay, so Alf,
pretty good.
Do you guys know the story of why Alf died out as a brand and a thing?
No.
So here's the deal.
But McMiniman gave us a good Alf nugget yesterday, so I'm curious to hear yours.
What did he say?
That the people, they were very focused on making sure that people didn't see the puppeteers.
This is exactly right. The guy went
and
nuts.
They would hide in the couches and stuff.
They had to build elaborate sets because they had to make sure that Alf could walk on his own 2 feet.
And
seeing
his feet was amazing.
That's crazy.
He had amazing feet.
The guy ruined his whole brand because he was obsessed with this idea that Alf was not a puppet; it was an actual alien. Anyway, it's crazy. Anyway, I'm glad McMenamin and I are on the same page regarding random Alf factoids. But that's
so it was an amazing feat, F-E-A-T,
to
show his F-E-E-T.
What was yours going to be?
It was exactly that. I was going to describe how the fact that they had to screw up a bunch of production schedules to stick a bunch of holes in the ground so that they could make sure that Alf could walk across the set at 10 feet at a time instead of just shooting it like a normal show. And the guy insisted on this, and he made so many people angry that nobody wanted to work with him ever again. And Alf, as a brand, dissolved. That's exactly what
you
happened.
wanted authenticity, and they made sure of that as Alf.
Sure.
A young Christopher Morales enjoyed seeing Alf's feet run around the sound
this
set.
Tracks a lot.
Oh, I love
Willie!
that.
Yeah.
And by the way, Burger King back then, and I wasn't allowed to eat, oddly enough, I know a lot of people enjoy this story, but I wasn't allowed to eat fast food as a kid.
Okay.
Once every couple months as a reward.
Yeah.
So once in a while, I'd get to go to Burger King, and they had Alf dolls. In the 80s, and I remember Alf in a Hawaiian shirt was a doll I had forever. Oh, yeah.
Alf had lunchboxes. Alf had a
An
cartoon.
Alf Burger King doll?
Alf had a lot of stuff, man. But that guy was so wacky about that bit that he ruined his whole deal.
Wait, Manos, I don't understand. Mucho would not allow Manos to have fast food?
Angela was very much of a dictator, Mrs. Morales, about sodas,
that was a thing back in the day.
candy,
not having
fast food.
I wasn't allowed to have fast food. I didn't have it until I was in high school.
We didn't have soda in our house.
When they found out I would drink a Coca-Cola at somebody else's house, I was.
You're not allowed over their house again.
Yep.
Angela was not happy, huh?
Nope.
I know it.
Let's do that. Where do we think
mom.
JJ got his teeth from? Who's his teeth guy?
I don't know, but I want white teeth. My teeth are yellow and gross.
You would
I
never
want white
do
teeth.
that, though. You would never put in.
You should show up one day with new chompers and dye your hair again, so
Yeah.
you look like the Lego guy.
By the way, I know a guy.
Just don't say anything.
I know a guy who he was in town. This is months ago. He's like, hey, let's hang out. I'm in town. Let's go, grab a bite or whatever. Dude showed up with this surprise new chompers, and I was like, bro. I knew you before. What am I supposed to do? I can't look at you.
Hey, nice teeth.
It was so awkward. And
I'd prefer you not smile, please.
I prefer you keep your mouth closed.
Yeah.
And by the way, next time you do something like that, tell me.
Yeah, you want me to feed you a carrot?
Anyway, it was weird.
Horse teeth?
Very weird.
Did you compliment him?
No.
You didn't say it? You just pretended it was normal?
There was another person there, too. And I was like, what am I supposed to do about this? It was as awkward a situation as I've been in a long time.
You got to say, hey, man, nice teeth.
Or your smile looks nice.
Hey, man, nice
if you were just talking to Freddie Freeman, you wouldn't say, hey, by the way, nice. I would. Hey, man, nice teeth.
No, but Freddie Freeman is also a huge human being who could pulverize anybody
But
in
he's
this
not going to He knows he's got nice teeth. That's why he put him in.
That's fair.
That's why he smiles all the
I
time.
probably wouldn't say that to J.J. Watt either, but, I do want to know who his teeth guy is.
Same.
And yes, the Art Bell theme is just playing.
We need
For
a
few more
Dr.
minutes.
Cerruti of teeth. You know what I mean?
I'll stand by.
Hi, this is Dr. Cerruti.
Yeah, Doc, can you fix my teeth while you're fixing my eyes? Can you
Hi,
wipe
this
my
is
teeth?
Dr. Cerruti.
We don't have a full soundboard of Cerruti. That would be great.
Oh, no, we do.
Prank
Call
calls.
now,
Cerruti.
855.
I like when he goes,
Oh, yeah. You got to pay extra for that, too.
Call now, 855.
Sedano's so annoyed that this is how we're ending.
Sorry,
No,
George,
I'm
sorry.
okay with it.
They
I'm
brought,
actually,
they brought in
you
a
know what I'm
plastic
doing?
sausage into the room.
Tell us
What
what
you're
you're doing. I'm getting ready for some football this week.
Cappy, when are you coming to see me?
I'm coming, Doc.
Yeah. What are we doing games-wise? Have we decided?
Aren't we picking the Bills game?
They are actually playing somebody this week, right? Who are they playing this week?
I mean, we could decide right now.
Well, they're playing the Bengals, although no. Well, we're clearly doing Philly and the Chargers, right?
Mm-hmm. We're going to do
So we're doing
Raiders,
Rams,
Broncos.
Cardinals.
We should do Cowboys Lions tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Cowboys, Lions.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Well,
What about
right?
Colts,
Well, we can do it
Jaguars?
tomorrow, right? We can
Colts,
pick it tomorrow.
Jaguars. Colts, Jags, a big game.
Yeah. Well, Denver and the Raiders, unfortunately, we still have to do. Well, what about Chiefs and Texans?
Huge game.
I think maybe we could skip the Raiders.
No,
No,
let's
we
not
gotta
skip
do the Raiders. We gotta
Okay.
commit to the
let's
bit.
not skip the Raiders.
Do you have the
Bengals,
Chiefs?
Bengals, Bills. I don't think Bengals, Bills makes it.
Did we
Yeah,
say Bears,
Chiefs,
Packers?
Texans to me, and Lions, Cowboys. These are the other two.
What about Bears, Packers?
Good morning, Sedano and Cap. It's
There's
Dr.
Packers.
Cerruti.
That's a good one,
Cappy,
Doc.
when are you coming to see me?
I'm coming, Doctor. I will come. I promise you. I will be there.
Well, nice add-on at the end there. I will be there.
The Rams game, too, 7.5 at Arizona.
Yeah, we have to do that one.
He's got the full bottom and the top. It's like readjusted his whole face. I cannot
That's what you
got to
do.
Yeah. He looks like a completely different person.
I got to turn J.J. Watt on. I got to
Yeah.
see this for myself.
So we're watching
we're
it on
doing Bears,
McAfee,
Packers,
yeah.
right?
With this
Sedano?
look, by the way, because he's got the beard
I don't know.
Yeah.
and the hat,
Oh, my
he really
God.
looks good.
Wow.
Yeah, right?
Those are the whitest teeth I've ever seen.
By the way,
told you, Cappy, it wasn't a lie.
you guys see Mike Vrabel shaved his mustache, and
Yeah,
he looks.
it doesn't look good.
No, I think it looks great.
No,
Now
Mike
he
Vrabel is a handsome man.
He
Yeah,
looks
but
very
now-
boyishly
Yeah.
handsome.
But now he
Mike
looks like
Vrabel's
the
a
brawny
handsome
guy.
man.
No,
Yeah.
I think he looks good.
A little bit, but
He looks like he's going to lift me over his shoulders and spank me and
Is
say,
that what you
bad
want?
boy.
You'd like that,
Is that what you
though.
want?
Yeah.
Stay at the
You're a
sausage?
bad boy. He
The
should
look
do it
he's
at the
going
Mandy's.
for.
That's a good drop. So is it Bears, Packers, or Texans, Chiefs?
I don't know, man.
Texans,
Chiefs.
Bears,
Is,
Packers.
Texans, Chiefs is basically an elimination game.
It
Yeah,
is.
Chiefs Texans is huge. Because if the Chiefs want to win the division, and they can, they got to beat the Chiefs. And if the Chiefs want to stay alive for the playoffs, they got to go on a run. They can't lose another game.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah,
it'd be
it's
so
basically
sad
an
if the Chiefs
elimination
got
game.
knocked
I'm not
out.
even
That'd be
joking
awful.
about that.
I would rather pick that game, I think, because, if the Bears lose, oh well. If the Packers lose, oh well.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks.
Chargers,
There's a lot of
Eagles.
good games, but I think we should do Chiefs Texans first.
Yeah, Chiefs Texans is one. Bears Packers, you mentioned, is another one for
Well, and
consideration.
then
Steelers
Lions
Ravens.
and Cowboys.
Cowboys,
tomorrow.
Lions.
All right, guys, I got to go straighten up my sausage. Goodbye.
Go, have fun with that. Give me the dealer's choice music, producer Jorge, please. It is time for the dealer's choice real deal, brought to you by Sellers Advantage. Our friend Damon Wines, the CEO. Want to sell your house? Before you call an agent, call Sellers Advantage. They'll buy it as is with a competitive cash offer. No repairs needed. They make selling easy, Jack. Call 888-390-AS-IS for a no-obligation offer or visit sellersadvantage.com. DRE 01961658, Cappy.
At the end of the terrestrial hour, somebody mentioned holiday cards. Do you guys remember why?
It was me because Stephanie and I are going to take a picture with Otis the Bunny for our holiday card.
So I'm getting a lot of text messages from friends asking me for my address because they want to send a holiday card, and I'm really flattered that I'm on your holiday card list. But here's my issue. I'm not a holiday card reciprocator. Now, Chris, you said you and Stephanie and little Otis are going to make a holiday card together, right? Now, if you did not have Stephanie and Otis in your life, would you be putting out any kind of holiday card?
No.
George, are you and Kelly and the kids
We're
putting
not
out-
holiday card people.
We're
No
not
holiday
sending it
cards.
out, by the way. We're just taking it. And then we'll have it for like the bid and on
I
Instagram.
receive a ton of them, but we don't ever take.
But yeah, we're not sending it out.
Yeah, so that's the thing I want to just say is that, listen, when you're a guy, like I'm a dude, okay, and I got 4 kids, and I just recently took some really nice pictures over Thanksgiving, but I'm not holiday carding these things and putting them in the mail and sending them to you. I may put a picture of my family on social media and say happy holidays from the Cappies, but I'm not going to send a card. Right. I'm not compiling addresses. I'm not asking people for addresses. I'm not sending a link to an app where you can put your address and then all of a sudden I got everybody's address. I'm not doing it. When I was married and I had kids and my wife really was into it and she handled all this stuff, I'm for it. But me as a guy, I am not sending holiday cards. And you know what? I love the fact that you guys send me your holiday cards, but then there's guilt. Because once you guys send me your holiday cards and the holidays end, then I want to throw them out, but I feel bad about throwing them out. So please, let's just all do social media cards. Let's just all do holiday cards on social, and let's stop with the snail mail.
All right.
I'm sending cards, and I don't care if you don't send me one back.
Do you
It's
actually
okay.
send them? You mail them?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or I give them to people at work.
Well, I'll give them out, yeah.
Okay, is it just you, though,
No,
and
it's just
Chewy?
Chewy. It's just Chewy. I'm
Oh,
not
it's
in
just
it.
a Chewy card.
It's always been just a Chewy card.
Okay, well, I will accept your card if I'm given one, and I will wish you a very happy holidays, but I will not reciprocate with a card.
Will you be offended if it says Merry Christmas?
Not at all. Not
Just
one
making
bit.
sure.
Can you make a happy
Lindsay,
holidays?
Happy
Chanukah.
Lindsay,
Happy Chanukah.
Lindsay, would I be offended if it says Merry Christmas? I had 2 honey-baked hams in my house for Thanksgiving.
Happy Chanukah.
Happy
I have
Chanukah
no
to you.
idea what Chanukah is.
We'll get to know it.
I'm bringing in mistletoe Monday.
Everybody, today we're playing swinging sausages. You better not.
Let's stay away from that.
Everybody have a beautiful Wednesday, a wacky Wednesday. We'll see you tomorrow for the Thursday edition of the Sedano and Kap Morning Show at 7 a.m., Jack.
Oh. Good morning, Sedano and Kap. It's Dr. Cerruti. Cappy, when are you coming to see me?